What's up, y'all? We back at it again with another episode of What's Your Op. I'm Day.
And I'm Noyae.
And today we got two special guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves today. So y'all can go ahead.
My name's Tone. Everybody call me Tiz. Ant. Got a million names, but I go by Tone.
Yeah, my name's Dom, but a lot of people know me as Domo. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Come around a little bit to the camera. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like your back was, I don't know, maybe it wasn't, it could have been, but it felt like your back was to the camera a little bit.
I apologize, y'all.
Yeah. All right, so today's topic is social media.
Yep.
And just how it's affecting this generation versus past generations, and because all we had growing up was what, AIM, AOL, and MySpace, things like that, like Black Planet was popping at one point.
MySpace was definitely huge.
So yeah, so that's the conversation we're gonna have today. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
It should definitely be interesting.
It's always controversy about social media, and what's good about it and what's bad, and what's like bad about it. Like you just don't. Some people like pros, like it helped me get to where I am today, and some people like, oh, I hate it, like all of this is bullying and stuff like that. Like it's used for so many different platforms. I just want to get other people's opinion on the pros of social media. Like, what do you think the pros are on social media and how it is a positive light in society today?
I feel like social media is good for promotion. If you're doing something positive, something good, you promote yourself. It's free. Why not?
Yeah, I see it like it's your free TV, like your free channel of you,
Mm-hmm.
But you just can't let it control you, though. That's
a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's
absolutely.
definitely good promotion and the way, like with social media, with Instagram, for example, like I got a lot of people that I might see day to day that don't really speak or whatever, but they follow me on the gram.
Right.
And
right. I get
not
that
to
a
say
lot.
like something crazy, like a bunch of notoriety, but I mean, they look for the posters that I post. You know what I'm saying? The information that I give, and that's important to me because I'm consciously giving them information. You know what I'm saying? So they can be glued to me. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I want them to actually know that I'm smart or I'm consciously writing this for a reason. You know what I mean? So social media can be used to your benefit if you know what you're doing with it.
Right. Yeah, some people, I feel like it depends on the personality, because if you're a person who, spews negativity into the world on a regular basis, like just out of your mouth, obviously your page is going to depict that also.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a neo-Nazi is going to post neo-Nazi stuff. You know what I mean? A conscious young black guy is going to post conscious stuff. A hood guy is going to be more interested in posting, so-called hood stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the drug dealer guy might post, or the corner boy, rather.
Stack of money to his ear or something.
Yeah, I
like
wouldn't
that.
even say the drug dealer. I would say the corner boy, because the dealers, they usually ain't even really about that type of stuff.
Right.
They're a little bit more smarter, but the corner boys and stuff won't post corner boy stuff. Like the girls who are into fashion is gonna post so-called fashion stuff, like So I definitely see where you're going with that for sure. And then like you have platforms like what we use, like YouTube and things, where a regular person can create something and put themselves out there in a way where they might not have had so much creative control before if they tried to be in a movie or they tried to do a reality show or whatever. Because you got people who are on reality shows and they constantly say like, oh, well, I didn't say that. Or we saw with the Ray J thing, like the Ray J hat thing, like there's no way you can have a conversation and it not be different cuts when your hat moves that many times. You can sit here and say you moved your hat that many times, but come on. Like, we all know somebody can't say, but what you mean? And then your hat be all the way over here without the camera catching you move it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you get to make edits and do your own thing and portray yourself in whatever light, you want to portray yourself
Facts.
in.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Without other people controlling what other people say.
Yeah, complete creative control over your own page. And I think that's what makes people's profiles what they are. Like, you know what I mean?
The just speaking for Instagram, I tend to like follow people that I can say that not just with the picture, but whatever picture or whatever it is, I understand it in real time. So
Right.
let's say if somebody posts something about a relationship, and then in the next post it conflicts what they say. It just to me is like,
It's like, oh, you just doing anything.
You just all over the place.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I can post something that's positive, and then I can also post something that's negative. But I'm just showing you that I'm human. You know what I'm saying? So my follower or somebody that follows me, they just know that like he's being real in the moment. He may not be venting out here, but he's letting you know how he feels.
He's showing you him.
Yeah. So I think people like that. They like the
Authenticity.
authenticity. Yeah, because even when you follow somebody like I follow T.I. T.I. said he's not watching the NFL this year. That's a big statement because everybody watches the NFL, but he's really making a protest. So for me, it's like, we'll see, because I know he got friends that play in the NFL, that other friends that are going to watch the NFL. And it's like, you just standing alone. Were they standing next to you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're looking to see, like, is this just for publicity, or is this just him being him? So sometimes I look at it like, people are conscious of that. They're really conscious of that. Like, I mean,
some people.
it's crazy. Like, it just blows my mind. They're conscious of it.
When you plan out your image in a way, like I feel like then it becomes a full marketing strategy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because a lot of us, regular people, so to speak, who are using it just as a social tool, it's like, okay, you can post your kids, you can post what's getting on your nerves at work or whatever. Like, you're posting you, but then I feel like it turns into a whole different platform when you plan out your approach. And if you have a film, you decide, look, we're gonna do it. We're gonna post everything that is involving this film. We're gonna use it as strictly a marketing tool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it becomes a horse of a whole nother color at that point.
Oh, that's
You
true.
know what I mean?
That's true.
Because it's like back in the day, if you were a singer or something, you plan out a whole PR package and things, and then you put that out there and market yourself that way. It's like, it's not just you posting your kids or posting whatever. You're posting your dinner and shit like that, stuff like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I just think that it do help people in a way. Like it helps people like with their confidence levels and stuff like that. I feel like if you behind the scene and you in your own space and you being you, like without people having to watch you at that moment, and you can post it anytime you want to. Like, I feel like that helps people in that type of way as well. Like just like with some of these comedians is upcoming, like Just Hilarious and stuff like that. They came up off of doing that, like stuff like that. Like DC Young Fly, he started from Vine. Like, he is now on Wildin' Out and doing so many other things, and then he's coming out with other different talents now. So he's about to be on like many different platforms at this point. Like, and I just think that helped people like that in a real positive way to get them where they was at, like, where they at today. But like a lot of the other pros of it does the same thing, but portray like a negative perspective. So, but like with that being said, how can y'all when can we point out the cons? And do y'all think it's more cons in social media than pros?
I kind of do. Because nowadays, negativity is what gets views. So everybody want to post some negative shit. Like, somebody gets shot or something like that, first thing they're going to do is play their camera. They don't care, they ain't going to call no cops. You know what I'm saying?
And then they be like, who want the video? I got
It don't
the
make no
video.
sense.
Like,
It don't make no
just to
sense.
get more
It's like
followers.
paparazzi.
Yeah,
Like, don't matter what you gotta do to get the film or the picture. I'm just gonna get it.
Yeah, I feel like social media kind of, I want to say, it slows some people down. Like, say they got a goal or something like that, they're so focused on social media that they get held up, or they forget, or just don't follow through what they doing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, depending on who you are, because social media is a fast growing demographic. Like, Caucasians, like a lot of Caucasians have social medias that I don't even have, like Snapchat. I don't have that. Right. But like, it's growing, you know what I'm saying? So it depends who you are. Like, there's some people that have social medias and they don't control their social medias. You'd be surprised. You see them post
Yeah.
stuff, but it's
A lot
not
of people
them.
like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just became conscious of it.
Yeah,
But-
I used to have an app where I could I could set my post up like at night, and the next day it'll just post on time what it is that I wanted it to post.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I'm not good at social media, so I find tools for that. I'm very, very good behind the scenes and things like that, like doing stuff like this. But it's like I got so much of this stuff on my computer it don't make no sense. I got videos from us that we haven't even posted because of me, because I suck at posting.
Yeah.
So I definitely get what you're saying. 'Cause
It's a
I didn't
different
have
animal.
I didn't have to actually post anything. I could just set it up and tell it to pick pictures from this particular album, and it would post.
Right. What was your question again?
Like, what is the cons of social media, and do you think is more cons than pros?
I heard Mayweather say something. He said with the when you post something, you may get a lot of negative comments underneath. And I be reading people's comments. Yo, some of people's
9 times out of
comments
10,
is
you gonna get a
crazy.
negative comment.
Yeah.
They crazy. Like, I mean, yo, when I read some of this stuff, it be like, yo, they sitting there thinking of this smart stuff to say. Like, but he also said that you see like 5,000 to 10,000 comments, and let's say like 8,000 of them are negative, but you'll see 100,000 likes. So the power of the positive overshadows the negative. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got more people liking your stuff than there is negative people commenting, but you
Right.
see the negative comments. And
Yeah,
they
because
tough.
they're actually
Because they
words.
have to portray what they
Right.
want to say. Like they
They're
have
words.
to let other people know how they feel. Like
Yeah.
So,
that's just negativity. Period.
but don't get it confused. Though I believe on social media, with everybody's social media, there's more love than there is hate. You know what I'm saying? There is more love than hate, but you can see the words and you can see what people are saying. So, like when I
I
post
feel like
something,
I feel like they wanted to be more love than hate, because there's still a lot of hate on social media.
Yeah,
It don't make no
Yeah.
sense.
but compared to some like for me, you can't tell who I like if I feel some type of way about somebody, because I like everybody's stuff. I don't never be like, oh no.
Yeah,
I keep it
I
liking.
like constantly.
Yeah.
like-
I don't. You know what I mean? So you
If I
can't.
like it, I really like it. Like,
Yeah. I just
Literally,
you know what I mean?
right.
I'm not gonna just pick one person, because then when you look at it, you can look and see like, oh, this person might only like just this person. They really like just this
Right.
person. They don't like my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I like everybody's stuff. You know, it's social media.
Yeah.
But like with that comment with the likes and the comments and the likes, when you really look at it, if you could have comments for your likes, people could really put what they feel about the likes. You would have no space. You know what I'm saying? But they just like it and keep it moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the
Right.
negative stuff, people really got nothing
Yeah,
on their
because
mind. They ain't doing nothing.
it takes energy to be negative.
Right. So
You
you
know
have
what I
to
mean?
put forth that
Yeah.
extra step
Yeah.
to actually put to actually type what they think. Like, we don't care. Just keep it to yourself, whether it's positive or negative.
Yeah,
Like,
because
what it is.
the thing about it is, negativity always, like, bad always outweighs the good. You know what I mean? And that's in everything. You can like, say for instance, be in a relationship with somebody 10 years, always give it right.
You
The
said
first
what?
time you do something
The
wrong,
bad way outweigh the good?
all the time.
I don't believe that.
All the time. Think about it. All right. I was about to give a different example, but just look at, you can be employee of the month every month straight, but then you get 3 times to be messed up and you out of here.
right.
You know what I mean? You can be a bill collector, getting constant every month. You meeting your quota. 1 month you fall off, you out of here. Like, you can be with you could be married for 20, 30 years, have one indiscretion, and the whole relationship's over.
Yeah, I agree
Like,
with that.
you can have a child who every day they mom tell them they love them. They go through something. They mom say, "Oh, I can't stand you. I hate you." That child will remember that forever. Like, the bad always holds more weight than the good. It sucks
believe
that
bro.
I feel like it's a lot more positivity in the world than negativity. So
That's
but,
like
but it's
our-
because good is you're supposed to feel good. When something hits you and it hurts you, that it leaves a mark. You know what I mean? It gets embedded in your mind because of how bad it made you feel. When something feels good, yeah, you can reflect on it and things like that. But just think of how many times throughout your life you smile, and then think of the few times that something really made you cry. It's stuck. You know what I mean? It's there. Like it's never. You can remember that day like it's nothing. Like it just happened.
That's pain.
Yeah,
That's
but
pain.
that's all negativity is. People do that so that it hurts you.
To create the pain.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
there's more love than there's pain, though.
There is,
'Cause
but
if
what's
not, we'd be
heavier?
negative.
What
We
hits
all
you
be
harder?
Oh, the pain.
Yeah, that's
but-
what I mean. The
but-
pain holds way more weight. It always does.
It does because I feel like any pain is weakness leaving the body. It's just you showing your emotion that you're weak right now, and it's leaving you. But I beg to differ.
But
Because
showing
love,
emotion is not weak.
No, I'm just showing. Let's say if I'm hurt,
Right.
I'm showing. I only mean the emotion of being hurt. Then you're weak. You're showing your weakness. Like you're showing that you're vulnerable right here, right?
Yeah,
It's not
in
a
a way.
strength, but love. I beg to differ. Like somebody can make you feel good. It don't stop. Like you know what I'm saying. You're gonna make somebody else feel good. It just don't stop.
That's true.
Somebody makes you feel bad. You don't make other people feel bad. You just
Some people
you
do.
get over it.
Some people like to stay in that space. That's why you have the people with the likes. It's like, oh, I like this. I keep it moving. I like this. I keep it moving. The people who just wallow in self-pity and just are constantly keeping themselves in a negative state, they take time to write it because they know what it's going to do to you. People know how
No,
negativity
you're right.
works.
Like,
I mean, love is
people
definitely
starting to-
amazing.
People trying to spread more love. Like,
Yeah.
they just starting to try to spread more love.
Yeah.
Because it is very much needed. Like,
Absolutely.
Especially on social media. They be doing it a lot. They do it a lot on social media. Like with them videos and stuff like that. Or people
Yeah.
getting shot and stuff like that. Them
Yeah.
toxic
Because
videos.
And like
it's
putting the
needed
positive
now.
income on it.
Yeah,
It's
trying,
needed now
you know?
because when you don't appreciate the good moments or the good things or keep it in your head, this world is so negative right now that it's easy to fall into that.
I don't
So I
believe
feel
that.
like people need no.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe that, because this is the same thing. It's like when you become cool, right? When you become cool, when you are cool, like you just you, right? And everybody like you. The person that don't like you, he does the most to get other people not to like you. He overcompensates. So it may seem like other people might not like you. It's only because he's doing more to try to make people not like you.
Right, but that's why
there's
they
more
do that.
love than there is hate. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So when them people write stuff under your comments and all that, you can really say like there's 10,000 negative comments, but there's more people showing you love really in real time. But the people that's
Absolutely.
negative, they're doing the most to try to overcompensate that love.
That's why it overshadows the good.
Yeah.
But think about it.
But they're putting more energy into it. But that's the thing. You gonna put energy into it because you know that there's more love out there. It's like hey, you have an army. If you have one army, the positive army, and you have 100,000 people in it, the negative army might only have 30,000 people. They have to do more to get you to hurt than anything else. But when they succeed, it hurts like hell.
I think they only succeed because we believe they succeed, but in reality, they don't. Because when you do something good, there's more people that are happy for you than there's more people that are hating for you. You just don't see the people that are happy for you. You realize the more people that's hating because they loud as hell, trying to make some noise to get your attention. There's more people that are happy to see you do stuff.
I see it more as, and that's true. That's very true. But I see it more as the reason why you see the negative or the people that's trying to hurt you
because they
is
have
because
to do
it
so
hurts
much.
you.
Right. They have to do so much to get you to hurt. Going back to your example of when you said you cool and everybody like you, and then that one person don't like you, and they do all that extra stuff.
You shouldn't even notice that one person.
Right. Like
it's the fact that they're on that
it's
opposite
the fact,
side.
Yeah, it's the fact that they got all them people like over it. Like say if you got bubble gum.
Yeah.
They gonna make sure they got the bubble gum with all the flavors where you can really they gonna make sure they got something that's like more than what you got to make
They
them
just
people
want
flock
some
to
love.
them.
That's just be honest with you.
Yeah,
they just
but
want some love.
Yeah,
You know
but what
I'm
it does to the other person is if you're not a strong person, which is
Yeah,
we're talking
agree.
about social media.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a lot of people who are still trying to find themselves. A lot of
Yeah.
people
Agree
who are
with you.
strong in their mentality.
Right.
I
A
get
lot
what
of
you
people
And a lot of
who-
younger people who are caught up in social media who think it's really, really important because they grew up with it.
Not
Yeah.
even just younger people, older people. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie. If I post something, somebody put something negative, I'm in your DM. Like, yo, what are
Yeah,
you
but that's
talking
what I'm
about?
saying.
Like,
It hits you. You can have 1 million likes. You don't go in your DM and thank all them people that like you.
This is true.
You don't.
No, you don't. You just you appreciate the love.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. The negativity holds more weight
And
because it hits
makes
you
go
different.
that extra
It
mile.
hits your system.
That's
You
a-
It makes you go that extra mile.
appreciate the love
I
when
agree with you.
when
I agree
something
with
hits you and it completely throws you off. You're like, now wait a minute. Now you just that easily fall into that negative trap.
Yeah,
because
I
now
agree with you.
you're
It
giving
holds
them
more
what they
weight.
want.
But I thought you meant if there is more hate than there is
No,
love.
I would never say that.
Oh, I thought that's what I thought
No,
you said.
I agree
My
with you.
fault.
It just
Yeah, I
hate
feel like-
overshadows it all the time. Like.
Yeah,
It's because it
does.
hurts. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
supposed
man.
to be
People
that
don't
way.
want to see nobody smile.
You know what I mean?
man.
People
wanna
are
see sad.
peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
People don't want to see nobody smile.
That's-
Man. It's sad.
It's a shame.
I think it's always been that way.
But I feel like
It has.
I feel like that mentality comes from I don't feel like it's always been like that. I feel like it comes from people, certain people growing up in a certain, like maybe poor or people that grow up in a miserable situation, or and they're surrounded with miserable people. Like I was literally just talking to my little brother, and he was talking about how, growing up, he's seen things one way. He saw things one way, and then now that he's in college and things like that, he sees things differently.
Yeah.
Because my father is like, oh, the world is got they foot on a black man's neck, and I can't get up because this, that, and the third. But my little brother's now in college, and he's met a lot of white people and things like that, and he's like, well, Daddy was wrong. And I mean,
Yeah.
it was the people he surrounded himself with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's the environment that he grew up in. He grew up in the 80s to 90s where he was there for the Rodney King. He was there for the O.J. Simpson. He was there for all of that. So yeah, he's going to come up with the mentality of, oh, the world is trying to keep the black man down, or this, that, and the third.
Disrespectful.
You
So
come
do you
up,
think-
it's
That's
the world around you.
That's true, and I like that. I never thought about it that way. But do you think that people like that, like people who aren't a part of the platform or the Instagram life, do you think they're considered an outcast because of that? Like your dad might not see what your son sees. Like, you know what I'm saying? While he out there with younger people on those type of platforms that see the world that's changing, and he's stuck on this one mindset. So do you think that he feel like an outcast, or do you think that?
No, I think he's of a different generation. I feel like he's
But do
now.
you think that generation feel like an outcast? Because my mom be like, "Oh, well, how you do that?" Or
Well,
what
that's
you
only
do
because
that?
she has you to show her differently.
No,
It's,
right,
I feel like
but
it's
that's
the
with her
same.
son,
I don't
too.
feel like they're an outcast. I feel like they're older. They're just like the older when your grandma be like, well, I don't know. Can you show me on this remote control how to get to this channel or how I do that? Because back in the day, we just walked up and clicked it.
Right.
I mean, it's just a different time. I don't feel like they're outcasts. I feel like they just came up in a different time, and they have us to learn from. So they get to ask those questions. They get to see those
I
things.
feel like they go behind age though, because there's people who just like me, for example. I don't have no social media like that. I don't really do social media, but that's all about being comfortable with yourself, because this society can make you feel like having an Instagram. Oh, you a weirdo. Like,
Right.
You don't got no Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm cool with not having no Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't really care for what other people doing like that. I'm
Right.
focused on myself right now, so
And see, but that's because
you gotta be
you're of a
comfortable
different
first.
generation.
you gotta be comfortable. Like,
You know what I mean?
I-
Because they say 95 and down is a different mindset completely than the millennials, so to speak.
Yeah.
Even though we would technically be considered millennials.
Right.
But it's just like a completely different mindset, because
But
the generation that I'm from, men don't necessarily, unless you're of a different like mindset completely, like a goth guy, or you was into pimps and stuff like that, unless you're that guy, they don't dye their hair purple. You know what I mean? Y'all, I don't see that y'all would grow out braids and dye your hair red and purple and blue.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all just not that generation, but this new generation is completely down for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
That
that's
doesn't
what
make
they-
y'all weirdos. That makes y'all
Right.
come from a different time. Y'all have a different set of rules, and y'all learn in a different space. They're in a space now where they're just a lot more free to do what they want. Y'all couldn't even, if y'all would have got tattoos back in the day, people like, oh, y'all ain't getting no job, this, that, and the third. Now they're not worried about that, because if I ain't getting no job, neither is this person or that person or this person, because they all got tattoos, black, white, or in between.
But
You know what I mean?
I feel like if you kind of are a part of that generation, or you're looked at a part of that generation, and you don't have a social media, or you don't do what
They label
everybody
you
else
as
is
a weirdo.
doing,
Well, then you're the
they
weirdo.
label you
Absolutely.
weirdo.
Exactly, and then that's
Absolutely.
what I mean about outcast. Like, it makes you
Yeah.
feel like you're the outcast, because it could be sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll be on Instagram, I'm like, damn, like, how did she get that, or how she got that? We the same age, like on that type of time, and I just be like, sometimes I have to think to myself like, everything is not a race, it's only social media. You don't even know how she got there. She could have been getting that
And
the wrong
don't even
way.
You don't
to
even
be
know what
heard.
be real. Like,
Right,
yeah.
you don't never know what's real and
Yo,
what's
so,
fake. But I
social
feel
media
like,
is a whole nother life for people.
Yeah,
I
and that's
also
what I
feel
mean.
like
You
a lot
get
of
to
people
create
get
It's a
caught
whole
up
nother
in
life.
it.
You can create a whole nother life.
Absolutely.
They all get caught up in it though, and that's how we get them like little mini Cardi B's running around, them little mini. And I'm not trying to even downplay them, but it's just the reality of it. Like you just get them mini me's of them, like them city girls now. Like you just get them mini me's because they're looking up to that. And I don't think that. I think that makes other people like me, who are the same age group and the same. You know, we're the same. I'm a part of that generation, and it makes me feel like, oh, I'm not. I'd rather not show my body. Like I'd rather not be on the beach with a thong, bathing suit, and I'm at Wildwood. Like I feel like that's family stuff, and that's like it's just things where you shouldn't do stuff and things where you should.
I feel like
and they don't see that, and they don't moral values anymore because of this social media stuff.
But that come with a price. So you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. I feel like at the end of the day, you could do whatever to be cool, right? Mm-hmm. But you pay a price for it. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel that's always been like that.
Yeah. But no, with social media it's not. Somebody can go out tomorrow. All right, a girl could post a picture her wearing nothing. Next picture is her kids. You know what I'm saying? There's a price would come with that down the line. You know what I'm saying? So
but what would be the price of that?
I'm just saying, like it's gonna show down the line. I mean, not now. Like somebody's gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna see you in one light, and then see you in this other light. You still got to be able to deal with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
A person that says, all right, well, I'm not going to take my clothes off, right, at all. They ain't got to deal with that. They don't got to deal with what's,
But
at the end of the day,
like
not
the names and the hate.
Yeah, they
and
don't got to deal with that. You got to deal with certain things that you do regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you put it out in the public, like I'll give you a perfect example. The lady that down north that was making the food, she was doing all this for the community, right? The minute something went wrong, what the news did, they put it right back at her.
Right.
Oh, she's doing Social Security fraud. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the reason they put it back out there is because she putting herself out to the public.
Right.
If she never put herself out to the
but that's
public,
a price
it would
that's
never happen.
always been that way, even outside of being like social media famous and stuff, because it cuts out your anonymity.
Your private life.
Like like it's like when you're.
Yeah, you just deal with it, but not you deal with it, but not in the
But that
public
comes
eye.
I was going to say, it's in
Well,
the
yeah,
public
but that's what
eye.
I'm saying. But because you're making social media, you're making yourself popular, basically. I mean, you're giving yourself fame, and it's not as like before. It would just be the top boy on the block. Like even if you can take it as far back as like Al Capone or Bumpy Johnson. Like everybody in the neighborhood knows these people. They're giving out turkeys every Thanksgiving, meals and creating child lines and things for the hood because that's where they were. It was in poor communities. But then as soon as something happened, you got documentaries on these people. As soon as they go out and get locked up or somebody kills them or like that's the price of fame. That's the price of making yourself popular because that's all fame is popularity.
But the point I was trying to make with it is though, if you doing what you feel is right, you don't have to worry about when they throw the dirt on you or when something else comes that's negative or you deal with it.
But then
You cool with what you did.
Yeah.
They also
But some people
didn't
not
have-
cool with that though.
Yeah,
And they did it to be famous.
but see, I feel like the difference is, like you were saying, like a woman would put up a naked picture, and then you have the other woman who doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so you're saying she has a slightly different price to pay?
No, she's gonna put it like this. The female that doesn't put the naked picture up, right, or anything like that, she's looking at it like, all right, I ain't got to deal with nobody's coming to me or saying anything about that. But the other female, at the end of the day, when somebody says, well, you look crazy, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, she's gonna have to say something about. She's gonna defend herself. But she's going to defend herself and know that she got to live with that. That's what she did. She's cool with that. If she's not cool with that,
Wait, get on the mic.
my fault. If she's not cool with that, why did she do it?
Well, yeah, well,
You did it to get famous?
Right.
yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
that's a lot of
And
people.
that's
That's
what it's about.
Kim
But that's what I'm
Kardashian.
saying, but then
Yeah, that's
now
Kim Kardashian. That's so many people. Who
They got
yeah,
that extra spice on it though, like the shade room.
yeah.
Philly
But
even
see,
got their own with Philly
But
Scoop
these are
Hall.
things that have always
Like,
been
and
here.
it
It's just now
spicing
they're
it up, like
yeah.
it's spicing it to this platform that everybody's on. So once you on it, you can see that 24/7. You can pull up anytime you want to. But back then with like Al Capone and stuff, you only had the news. You saw saw that one snippet and that was it. You might saw it in the news too. I mean, in the newspaper. But other than that, that was it. Then you kind of forgot about it. They bring up old tweets from famous people who contradict themselves from like 2012.
And that's true.
And they be like, what? Like, and I know that like throw them for a loop because it's like that's so old, and you went back and you pulled that back up.
I get that.
And the bun of the joke is, can they deal with it now?
Right.
Like people, you'd be surprised. People, they post something, somebody says something about what they posted, they can't deal with it, and now they vent or they get on the drug.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or they lose everything, stuff like that.
The person that don't post the naked pictures and then posting pictures of their child, they ain't got to deal with what no one think. They don't gotta.
Absolutely.
They don't got to worry about that.
But I still feel like that's putting yourself out there. Period. Because back then it might have been harder to become popular.
Yeah.
Like all right, you have Michael Jackson. All his stuff was before social media with the kids. Yeah. And hanging his baby out the window, all of that type of bad stuff. But that stuff still followed him because he was popular. I mean, this is social media. Just makes a way for so many more people to be popular. You're still, even if you're the girl that is completely covered all the time, posting church videos and her kids and all of that. Soon as something go down, if she's popular, whether it be on social media, whether it be in the world, period, people are going to talk about it because people, like we were saying before, people dwell on the negative, and there are a lot of negative people who like to stay in that mindset where like they just like negative stuff. They like to gossip and spread negative news.
But I mean, I think we all can agree that you can deal with it though. Like we can.
But not everybody.
Not
can.
everybody.
No, I'm saying the people that people can deal with it that know that they did it and that's them. They didn't do it to be famous. They like if I get on social media and I post a picture of me with my haircut and I say something in the caption, if anybody writes something, they can write whatever. I posted it for a reason. I'm not worried about what no one's going to say. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here and say to myself, damn, why did I post this? Why are they saying this? I'm not worrying. I'm still going to be me. Some people, they are mad at what the person's saying and they're looking at it like, I got to fix it for that person. I don't care what that no one says about me once I post. Right. Some people care.
People care too much.
People care
that's very
much.
True.
But those are just different types of people, though. I feel like that categorizes itself as just because there are girls who in high school who might have done something or slept with the jock, and they did it, but that's because they were a weak-minded person. There are other girls, and then when they get teased, they ball up in the corner or go to the principal or lie and say he raped them, all of that type of stuff. But then there are other girls who will fuck the jock or mess with the jocks and just be like,
I'm a hoe. Be friends at.
I wanted him. Like, he cute. Like that's just different types of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's all the same
people
thing.
On the internet, though?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say popularity. Because both of them girls can get popularity. See, they both gotten popular off of a sexual act. It's just the mind of the two different girls that makes it different and makes them be able to accept what they did.
Right. Like to me, I look at it just like this. To be popular is not to be liked. It's to be known.
Yeah.
So you just doing something and somebody knows who you are. They're not going to like you, but as long as they know who you are, you're popular now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But if you do something that you cool with doing, you don't care who don't like you. You're not changing for them. That's just, you can sleep at night.
Yeah.
But if you did something that you know that wasn't you to get popular, you're not going to sleep at night. You're not going to sleep at night.
Absolutely. But that's what
when
I'm
you do that,
saying.
when you do that, people,
you selling your soul.
You think people will talk about you even more.
Absolutely.
You're like, damn, that ain't even me. Why would I do that?
But you can't.
Exactly.
But it hits you different.
It hits you different.
But that's what I mean when I say that's a weak-minded, because you're a strong-minded man in a way. You're not going to compromise yourself, and you know that.
I'm not compromising myself. No.
Exactly. But that's a strength. There are people out there who are not strong enough not to compromise themselves. They want the fame and they want certain things so much.
I don't know that because I don't really know that because I don't post everything. If I did post everything,
but that's because you have integrity. This is what I'm saying.
But you still
there's
post
there's
no,
a strength.
I post it. I'm not posting my like if I'm with my niece doing something, you could be doing something that'd be cool to post, but I'm not posting it because I don't need anybody to say nothing about my niece. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's you knowing you. That's because you know yourself.
Yeah, like somebody says something about my niece, it's over. Yeah, we on a whole different. Why are you talking about my niece? You see what I'm saying? Forget funny or anything like that. So it's like a person that just posts everything.
There's nothing wrong with that because the internet is harsh, bro.
And that's what I'm saying.
It don't matter who you is, baby. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That grind you up real quick.
And I think it's the younger generation. They they, in a sense,
They don't
can
have that filter.
They
don't have
that.
don't know better.
Yeah, that's because
don't
they
know-
growing up
have no
in it.
guidance.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they growing up in it.
growing
They
up
don't
in
social
their
media.
ignorance.
Their
So they're
guidance
gonna
is
be
social media.
ignorant,
Like, that's what they
too.
follow. That's how they learn shit. Social media.
They call it, and they trolling. And I just look at it like, if somebody knew your location, an ass whooping. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
That's more than that.
Yeah, and
nowadays.
that's just it. That's a different generation. That's why niggas is getting caught in cars. That's why niggas is able to get their chain snatched right outside of their shows. Before
Right.
you couldn't do that.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you coming in through the back door. Don't nobody know what time you got there. You could already be in the building. Now it's like,
They
oh, we
dropping
know
your
he in there.
location at any time.
Oh, we know the show's over because
Right.
everybody posting pictures out front now. Like, it's just a different generation.
Right.
Like,
I'm mad at them, but at the same time, I'm not mad at them because they're getting them. Some of them are getting money for it, and I
But
can't
see,
knock
it's always-
anybody getting money.
but that's always the case. It's always somebody getting money from something.
you know what I'm saying?
That's how you got people that are more popular than others. That's how you got one hit wonders. You know what I mean,
Right.
it's always like that when it comes to, you know, I feel like any category of entertainment is going to have people who do better than others. That's how you got Denzel Washington, and you got actors that you see all the time. You don't even know their name.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I feel like it's the same with social media. It's people you scroll through people page all the time, but we know DC Young Fly because he's better at social media than other people. I
agree.
mean, we know Jess Hilarious because she's able to come up with different shows for her. So she has Jess with the Mess. Every Tuesday she about to post something with her son. Like, you know what I mean? It just is what it is.
Then that made me ask that question that I asked earlier.
What's that?
Like, why do people sell fame rather than selling a service or a product?
That was before we came on the radio.
Oh,
That was before we hit record.
Well, I
Remember
mean,
we were sitting
yeah,
over there.
That just made me, you know what I'm saying? Made me think of that.
That was a whole nother conversation, guys.
It's a real question though. Like, why do?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But I think people look for love. Honestly, I feel like
I
the
feel
answer
like
to that question
look
is,
for it in the
to me,
wrong
in
space.
my opinion, yeah, people.
What
But
you
see,
mean?
I feel like when you post, when you trying to sell fame, or you posting things to get popular or to get famous, it's because you know, like when you get 100,000 likes, you know that you the shit. You feel good about yourself. Like, yo, all these people like me. All these people love my post.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's even
I get 20. I'm like, yeah.
you ever look at interviews and things with, so like Felicia Rashad, for example. She's one of the biggest known black
Icon.
she's a legend.
Icon.
And she said it herself in an interview. When any you can watch any of her interviews, when somebody say, well, what made you start acting? What made you decide you want to get into this? She said, well, my dad was beautiful, my mom was beautiful, all the girls wanted my brother, my sister was cute as a button. I had long legs. I was the only one in the family that was dark, that was brown skinned. I didn't like myself until one day I had a play or something, and she had to narrate, and she spoke so eloquently that everybody loved her. And she said, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And this is Felicia Rashad. This is one of the most popular black actresses we know.
All time.
She wanted,
Yeah.
but I don't give.
And it was because she was uncomfortable with herself. Her mom could tell her that she was beautiful. Her dad could tell her. I mean, she knows she looks like her brother and her sister, but she feels like they're more beautiful than her.
So she wanted like
So
acceptance.
Yeah, and that's what most people that's trying to get famous
Do.
want. That's
Right.
why you have the like. That's why so many people are addicted to the likes on social media.
Right, because it makes them feel like that person they want to be.
Yeah, it's like oh, these people love me. They like what I post. Like, yo, I'm gonna post again, and I know they gonna watch because they love these
Exactly.
joints. Like, I mean, like just like you said, the positivity is what you want, is what you yearn for. The positivity is everything. But that's also why as soon as something negative comes in, it hits you because you're not doing it for that.
So-
But it's there, and it makes you feel some type. It would take somebody like her back to when she started. Like, dang, I done did all of this, and you still don't like me. You're the one person that still don't like me. But I got 100 million likes. Why don't you like me? You know what I mean? Why you hating? Why you trying to bring me down? Why you this? Why you that? You focus on that one person, but that's because you're doing it for the love. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but let's say there's a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
They're already famous now. Not the person coming up, but let's say the person is famous already,
Mm-hmm.
and they famous already.
Mm-hmm.
They sing.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody from Love and Hip Hop or anything like that. Let's just give example. Why would they post a bunch of pictures instead of focusing on making good ass music that could become a hit?
Well, because they're I feel like
They looking for the love, like you said, or
They're looking for more of the popularity, like
Yeah,
you went
well,
back to
they-
that question, than the autistic, than the realness.
But when you ask about things like reality TV, social media goes hand in hand with that because they have to portray their reality. You get what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
reality TV. The social media is nothing but a marketing tool for that.
right.
You know what I mean? So you're gonna post. That's why Cardi B still posts the videos. She don't have to.
But why won't
You
she
mean?
just make good music and everybody going to listen to Cardi B?
That's not
But
what-
they
that's
do.
not
But
what she
Cardi B
started
has a
with.
whole audience that she had a whole audience from the reality TV.
Right.
She got hot from
Reality
Love and
TV.
Hip Hop
Right.
and Instagram. She used to get on Instagram and talk about all of them niggas on Love and Hip Hop. She would get on Instagram and send messages to the people, boyfriends and girlfriends, and she would follow, as the show played. She would give her opinion on social media about Peter Guns and all of the other people. So she has her own for her to stop that, she would be cutting out a whole group of fans that she needs. It's like Queen Naija with YouTube. We know she's signed. We know she got hits on the radio. She got two songs on the radio that's popping.
Well, she does more stuff that's not
She's
dealing with
still
music.
on YouTube. She
But
still has
why,
to make
though?
because that's where she came from.
Then-
That's her core art. That's what if
still
she
getting a
stops
check
that,
from there.
she's
You
still
gotta-
getting a
you
check.
still
Yeah,
gotta
and
please
it's
those fans who might not even like her music,
That's
but like
like-
her seeing her videos. She
Exactly.
still has to please all her types of audiences she got.
I feel like
you don't cut out. You don't
you
cut
don't
out
like
having
the people who
multiple
came up
jobs.
with you.
Right.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
feel- I feel like
You
you're
don't say
losing
f
them.
the people who came up with
no,
you.
you don't say effing, but I'm
I
saying
feel like that's helping her gain.
you really think that? So you try? So
You keep your core fans. That's like all right. You have rappers, right? Who like all right, Jay-Z.
yeah.
He had Reasonable Doubt. That's
Right.
that's supposedly when he was most in the hood. His songs were mostly about street life.
Right.
Here we are, what 20 years later?
Yeah.
20 years later, and his biggest hits are the mainstream songs. He
Yeah.
doesn't only put out mainstream albums. He still put out. Every album still
That's
has
different.
hood songs. No, it's not. You have to stay true to your core audience. You don't just kick out
No,
the ones who've been with
I
you
s-
from the
no,
start.
I said, why do people sell fame? Fame meaning the like what they're not what they're good at, an image, a perception.
Yeah, because
rather
you still
than-
need it.
But I'm saying, why would you sell the fame if you really have a craft that you're really good at? Like, let's say, for example, bro, you good with the Clippers. Why would you sell something else besides you being with the, like, you'll make money from you being with the Clippers. You want to make more? Just charge more. But instead, somebody won't focus on cutting. They'll focus on how they look, the people that see him, rather than on the Clippers. You'll
Because-
make more money from the Clippers, honestly.
You
right?
will, but nowadays, appearance is everything. You want to be perceived as somebody who's something bigger than what they are.
And I-
Yeah,
that's what
you
gets
have
the
to brand.
attention.
What's the point
That's
of
what
being
gets the
on? What's the
attention.
point of being famous without branding? Like, what's the point of having?
Like-
if you're good at what all right, like you said, he's good with the Clippers, right? He's going to get notoriety. Period. Whether he becomes a celebrity,
But look,
a celebrity
I can
barber,
do that, right?
whether
But
he's
look.
just the best barber in the hood,
But I
he's
can
going to
cut,
get
right?
popular
But
regardless.
if I get dressed down in Gucci every day and post a picture of me fly every day, I'm going to get attention. People
gonna
going
get
like,
attention,
who is
yeah.
that? Let me see what he's doing.
Yeah, it
So,
takes you, but it's going to take you longer to get known for your Clippers.
But it helps. But it
But
helps.
the point I'm trying to say is people have good, like, all right, there's people that make, like, all right, I'll give you a
It's like
perfect example.
they advertising themselves. Like, come look at me.
Yeah,
Look at what I'm doing. Like,
but they're doing advertisement that has, like, all right,
that's
being
the,
ratchet is not going to help you sell music. Selling music is going to sell you.
Nowadays it will.
does. City
Cardi
Girls is a
B.
prime
Yeah, that's
example.
Cardi B is ratchet,
what got
bro.
Cardi
So-
B.
so-
where
Cardi
she
B.
is.
Right, but that's the question. People say, is Cardi hotter than Nicki? Nicki is really hot. Cardi just got a bigger following. And it's just like, I mean, I'll listen to Cardi, but
You
Nicki
mean hot
really
and
hot.
how? More lyrical
I
or?
mean, lyric. She's
She's
way more
lyrically- she's
lyrical.
way more lyrically
She's
inclined,
way
yeah.
more lyrically inclined.
'Cause to say
But
she's
Cardi is
hotter-
the bigger artist.
Cardi is hot right
because
now.
Why?
She's the one
Because
that's
she
coming
gives
she
you
put
a
herself
whole
out
level-
there more.
But
But not even Cardi is just
Cardi's
she's
not-
having her
see,
moment.
He's having more,
All
but
rappers
but
do,
at the
just
same
because-
time, Nicki's not going to go out there and do the same thing Cardi do. Cardi,
That's what I'm
Cardi,
saying.
she don't care.
Exactly.
That's part of her whole. That's part of her whole.
But why
her
do
whole
that
image.
instead of focusing on you? That's the point I'm trying to make.
It's all a package, bro. Like with social media, it's all a package.
I think
It's just putting that extra oomph onto her popularity.
Yeah, like-
it's just helping
It's
her. Like it helped her even get to where she was at with her music.
Think about
Like,
the people.
she
Think about the
even
people who
said
don't like
that
their
she
music,
used
who
Love
don't
and
like her
Hip Hop.
music. People that just like her for being her, they gonna listen to her music just because they like her.
Yeah,
on
they're gonna
Instagram.
give it a chance.
So it's all the same.
The reason I think people do stuff like that is because someone else is making money off of them.
But see, that's the thing.
That's
Social
true, too.
media, but I feel
You see
like
what
that
I'm
was before. Social media is a I do this type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like we were
That's
saying,
your
you
own
put your own
promotion
stuff
right
out there. You're making more money on
Own
top of just you.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. You couldn't pay me to do something that's
Bro,
not me.
I mean, look. People,
I would
but
just.
see,
I'd rather just.
But you're
make-
not looking to
look,
be that personality.
People,
Huh?
people
You're
pay people to take pictures with fucking diet supplements, bro.
Okay, yeah,
They get paid for that.
Yeah.
Just take a picture.
yeah,
That's just another way of making money.
yeah. That's another way to make money. But I'm saying when it comes to fame,
He's talking about compromising
fame,
himself.
like when you let's say somebody says, Don, I want you to wear a tank top shirt. Like you're like, I'm not
'Cause
showing my
it's what you gotta
stomach.
do nowadays.
Hold on. You're like, I'm not showing my stomach to cut hair, to make more money from cutting hair. I would just raise my prices. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, people.
see
But
what I'm
that's
saying?
not even. But that's not it.
My question
I
is
get you.
why, bro? Why do they do
Because
that?
people want the attention, bro. That's what's in nowadays. If
Is
you
it
don't, if you're
attention?
not popular, you're not cool. You don't fit in.
Exactly.
I think
People do anything for attention and fame, bro.
I think people do it because of the bag. And there's somebody else, like let's say Cardi B, she's on a TV show, somebody's making money off of her to act ratchet.
From the jump.
She's not gonna act
What?
ratchet all the time. She does it because other people, like not even, I take it back, Cardi B. People in general. People do stuff because other people are gonna get something out of it.
Right.
Not because they want to do it.
Nah, I don't think.
don't
I
know.
don't
You
feel
don't
like
believe
that's
that?
true. I feel like
People do what they want to do. People
All
do what they
right,
wanna do.
I'll give you a
I
perfect.
feel like I hear what you're saying, but I feel like there's two types. It's not just one type of person in the world or on
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah,
So-
it depends on the person.
Yeah,
All right.
because
Some people don't
there
care about
is
shaking their butt on Instagram, and some people do. Like,
yeah, they the same people that the same girl that is wholesome in the club. You see her at the bar, you might get her a drink or whatever. You might get her number, get her a drink, whatever.
Yeah.
But at some point, the chick that's twerking all crazy,
Yeah,
you're also gonna get her number, and it's also gonna be a crowd of people around her.
yeah.
You know what I mean? She's the one that's getting more. Actually, the girl who was at the bar gonna be looking at her because she's doing so much. You know what I mean? She's the one that's getting all of the
She get all
attention.
the
She getting attention, but I'm pretty sure someone's making money off of her, and that's why she wouldn't just if she
why
can make
do
that
you
money.
think that person can't be her?
yeah.
Because there's some people
People
who
advertise
really
themselves.
just like that.
Yeah.
She's not like all
There's
right.
some people who really just don't care. They just like, that's
And
me.
some people
Right,
don't
and
get
even-
paid
but-
that you see on a
There's some
regular
people-
day at the
you said
bar,
there's some
and
people
they
that just
acting
don't care?
wild.
There's a lot of people that just don't care.
It's some
They
people
just
that-
do whatever they want to do.
some
Don't
people
care
that
what
was
nobody
raised
thinks.
like that.
But
Yeah.
they do it. But all right, when they do it for money, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they do it for money, this is the point though. Why do that for the money when you have a skill or something that you're good at, and you could just
What
do
if
that
that's
and
their
make
skill
money?
though?
Yeah, that's what I was about to.
Huh?
I was
What
about
if-
to say
what if
the
that's
same
their
thing.
skill?
No, I mean perfect example. Like anybody.
Everybody don't have a skill, bro.
No, everybody have a skill, but I'm saying the people that's selling fame, like on social media, they might have like 100,000 likes, right? And they like party promoting or whatever. Why don't you focus on party promoting? Why are you shaking your ass
To be a party
promote
promoter,
the
you gotta
party?
sell yourself
Because
too.
you can't
You gotta
promote
sell. You
without
gotta
a
sell.
following.
You gotta sell yourself to be a party promoter, though.
Yeah, you
So
can't
what
promote
would
without
you-
a following.
What would you call like Kim Kardashian? Because she don't sing, she don't rap,
She
she
don't
don't
have
do
talent.
nothing. She
She
don't
don't
do
make
She's
nothing.
the pure example of what.
So what do you call her when she don't have nothing else to fall back on? Like you like how you saying you why would he put the tank top on if he cut hair?
Because other people make money off of her. Like put it like this.
But what do she do for them to even be like, oh, I'm about to make money off her? She don't really do nothing.
She bring fame to herself. She bring attention to herself.
She makes money
So
off
people-
of her.
No,
does.
other people
Right.
do.
No,
No.
other people might.
Other people do,
but
depending
she
on what
makes
she-
money off of
depending on
her.
what she's
Yeah,
doing. Other
she
people
do make more
off
money.
of her.
She do make more money. She do
If
make
she-
money
if
off
she
of
run her
her.
own
But the
Instagram,
point is,
she
she could
probably
make
make her
more
own
money
money.
off herself not doing that shit.
No, I think
No,
she's
she
making
can.
more money off herself
She,
doing
because
both.
she tried it.
I mean,
you gotta remember. See,
no,
people.
I take it back. Not more money, but like do make money and do less. Like all right, put it like this: if somebody tells you you can get paid $100,000, and you gotta be doing whatever you have to do, compromise, right? And then somebody said you can make $60,000, but you don't have to compromise. You're taking that 60. That's a fact.
That's not necessarily a
It's a-
fact.
It
it's
depends
not
what
a
it
fact.
is.
If you don't have to
Some people-
compromise,
Some people look
No, I'm
at
saying
everybody
you.
want
I'm
more
saying
money.
you.
Me personally,
You're not
yeah,
compromising.
if I don't have to compromise, but see, I'm a horse of a different color.
I think everybody's
'Cause you
gonna
can
not
give me-
compromise for that.
You give me $60,000 and I know I can turn it into something. Some people look at that $100,000 and be like, and they might think they never have to work again. We know that that's not the case, but depending on the circumstance,
Everybody not the
they
same.
might go for that.
but I just
I think it all boils down to personality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
depends
that's
who
what
you
I mean.
are.
It's
It
more than
depends-
one type of
it boils-
person.
it boils down to
You,
who you
I feel
are.
like
The
the
person
person
with the
you
bag.
are the only person that you're seeing.
No, I'm thinking it's just the bag. Because think about it. All right, perfect example. If you want me to do something for some money, cool. It's like how much money? Right?
Right.
That's what we see nowadays. People do the craziest shit for attention, but it's like how much you getting paid from it. And let's say they're getting paid something nice from it.
But it's not always even just money though.
let's just give an example of reality show. We see black people act crazy as shit on reality TV. They get paid for it. Why are they acting like that and on TV showing that shit?
A part
fighting
of
each
it
other?
That's
is
just
because
them.
they getting paid for it, but a part
That's
of
their
it,
job.
Because
No,
they gotta-
don't say it's their job.
That's their job. They
Hold
get,
on,
they get
hold
paid
on.
to act like
Time
that.
out. Whoever on that show, they can make money another way. But the reason they do that
They
shit
do. They do
Hold
though.
on.
A lot of them who do that,
They-
a reality TV show.
they get money other ways.
They branch off and do other things. And get
That's
a lot
where
of money.
That's Cardi B.
But
That's back to
that's all
Cardi.
building off of yourself.
But why the hell did you do that to come up?
but even getting
It ain't
gotta
gotta
start with
be.
yourself.
It might be what got you on.
That's like- how you gotta do it
Cardi B
nowadays.
was acting like that before she got on the show. That's why she got on the show.
Yeah.
And she knew she was going to use that platform.
That's
to
what
get
I
to
mean.
her
When people
music.
make money off of you, you do dumb
but
shit.
it's not making.
But
She made
she-
money off of her. It's
Right.
not other
'Cause
people.
She
She
was
could-
already
but she-
posting as a regular person because she was a stripper. She was already posting
Yeah.
as her regular self without even getting paid for it.
You-
So that's what got her noticed, and they got her.
Do you-
of course, she's gonna
do-
be extra now because she's getting paid. For
I don't like to talk about Cardi B, but let's use Cardi B. When she was coming up, right? The DJ, I forget the DJ's name, whatever.
Self.
Self said her
Self.
music is garbage. He said that shit is whack.
It was.
I'm not putting. So it was or it is.
It was.
So it's not. It's
Back
better
then,
now. Okay.
no, her music is way better now.
Okay,
she
all
got
right.
better producers.
I'm-
She,
look,
she can
the
get her
point
shit
I'm-
mastered.
the
Before
point I'm
her
trying-
shit wasn't even mastered.
The point I'm trying to make is like, all right.
It was barely made.
He said her music was trash, right? She said, yo, I believe my music, this and that, there. He said, your music is trash. You need to come up with better stuff. Okay. Now, she got on the show, did the most crazy. I love Cardi B for being rap. I love that. Like when she said, I beef with somebody, we're going to be forever. That line in that song made her blow up.
Right.
Like, so she did the extra stuff and then it blew up. It wasn't the quality and the content of her music. It was what she did on the show and the song.
She built the brand for herself.
But
bro.
that's the
But
thing.
why did she do it? She could have just made music. Could have made
No,
dope ass
she
music.
couldn't have, because it
That's
wouldn't
like-
have gotten on.
If me and you make music
That's
right
what I'm
now,
saying.
if
People
look,
make money off you, so you do
if I
stupid
just sit right
shit.
here and record a
nowadays.
song
She's
right
still
now.
stuck on this people making money off. Ain't nobody. She was on the
She
show.
made money, but she
She
coulda-
was on the show, right?
Yeah.
The show is what gave her the platform to say that line,
Yeah.
to put out that track,
Yeah.
and to continue on from there.
Right.
She had social media followers, so those people were already watching her on the
It
show.
just gave her a
Right.
platform to
she's
build her own
starting out-
brand. Like,
yeah, she's already starting out with fans and followers and things.
But that's that. I know that's what she did, but it's like, why would she do that shit instead of just?
That's because
Why not?
it's
Why not?
her.
Why not sell yourself
Hold
if
on,
you can?
No,
But
no,
it's because
that's
it's
not.
her.
Hold on.
That is a part of her.
That's
her.
hold on.
But
Why would you?
it's her. She's getting
I gotta say,
paid to be
why
her.
would you do that
At the end of the
shit
day.
instead of just make the music? The music is what you make your money from,
But
not
she-
the
but
bullshit.
she-
So
You see what
why
I'm saying, dog?
don't? So why do you
Nowadays,
post on social
I
media?
feel you, but nowadays,
Why do I post on social media?
Yeah, you have a job. Why not just go to work and make your money?
Yeah, that's true. I want to get a core base, but the point I'm trying to make is I'm not going to do something crazy. If let's say, perfect example, somebody says I pay you for something that you sell on social media. All right, cool. You can say I pay you if you help me build a campaign for a commercial or whatever. I said cool, but I ain't doing something stupid in that commercial, or I just take my ass to work.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that.
You see what I'm saying? Those people, I just look at it like the celebrities that sell fame. They just be like, yo, this person's offering me a bag. I'm gonna use their platform. I'm gonna get crazy, give me some attention. But it's like, you're gonna do that shit instead of just focus on your damn music.
It's
But
gonna
that's
take too
why-
long for her to get to where she was
So it's
at.
easier.
Nowadays, it's just
Nowadays,
easier
it's
for
different.
people
It's
to-
different, bro.
Yes, they're gonna take
Like,
the easier route.
yo, like
They
nowadays,
don't got it.
you don't need a label. You don't need nobody to promote you. You can promote yourself. Like, why
Facts.
not? So that's why she get on Instagram, do what she do, and get people to like her. So when she put out the music, it don't matter if it's trash or not. People gonna listen to it just because they like her.
Because
Right.
the views is the
That's
views
it.
and the plays is what's count. She's still gonna get paid
She's
off of
still
that.
gonna get paid.
Whether you post
Whether
a
it's trash
negative
or not,
comment
if
or
you
not,
if you
it's
click
still
on that
coming
on
to her,
that shit,
still
you
her
get the
popularity.
check. She get the check.
I agree with
Absolutely.
you. But I just feel like
And like with your
none of that bullshit lasts.
I feel like also what you're missing.
It depends who you are.
Yeah.
Woo!
It depends
No,
who you are with
but
that.
see what
None of
you're
that
missing.
bullshit lasts.
I
What
feel
you're
like
missing
long term
is
is not, but right now,
Right
what's
now,
happening?
but see, a person
It
like
depends who
Cardi,
you
a
are.
person like Cardi understood
Yeah.
that, so she went to other mediums.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I
That
agree
she's
with
not
you.
on. We can say love and hip hop all day, but she's not on it
there. She's not on
anymore.
there more. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like,
agree.
Yeah.
like she only did what, one season on there, and then it was like,
Yeah.
I'm about to, I'm
After
popping
that,
now.
she was just
But she
a
knew what
pop
she
up
was
recurring.
doing.
She got herself popping. She was like, I'm done
That's
with
why it
y'all.
depends on the person.
See
but
now,
she
wait,
also,
bro. If she would have stayed on Love and Hip Hop,
Yeah.
then
She
that would have been a
would've
whole
went
different
down.
story. That would have been a whole different story.
You think so?
Yeah.
I
Because
think
like, you know how hard she is that everybody else on Love and Hip Hop now.
So-
Just because she's not on there no
so
more.
let's say
and
the-
she built her own platform from that.
Let's
Nobody
say-
else could do it but her.
So let's say the person that's making music, right? They just making music. They ain't on no TV show, and they don't got no notoriety like Cardi B or nothing like
They're
that.
not gonna get
But
noticed.
hold on, but eventually they get a hit song and they get noticed.
If nobody know him, I don't think they're gonna
No,
get noticed.
all right. Let's say somebody noticed them.
Like if I sit here and make a hot ass song right now, it's gonna be hot to us, but
Yeah.
ain't nobody else gonna
But
care.
I'm
They don't know. They
saying-
don't know me.
I'm saying,
Like,
let's say
who's
the song goes viral and it's a hit now. It's a hit. That person's quality of music, that I believe, I just say, good work always lasts.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go.
It's going to stay
go
more
way
than
farther.
Cardi B's hit.
Yeah.
And Cardi B had the biggest platform in the world. It's going to stay longer than
Not
Cardi
if
B's
don't
hit.
nobody know it.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
if someone
like-
notices it, if it's a good song,
Yeah,
It
She
depends-
didn't
it depends
know
who
it.
notices it.
But listen,
It
I-
depends who
There are a
notices
million
it.
good songs out here.
It's a million of 'em.
Like,
But only
But
the
nobody know
ones
'em, like-
that's following that good quality and thinking like you is gonna follow that path.
And that's- but
So
that's if they hear it.
That's
If-
what
if
we're-
they hear it.
If they hear it.
But
And
if
it's
I was
not
just,
a-
if I was to get 10,000 followers right now,
Exactly.
everybody gonna be like, oh, that he popped. Let me listen to that. joint real quick."
Exactly. And they're
People
gonna
listen.
listen to it even more.
I got the
and they're
followers.
not thinking
like,
about, like LMA, for example. Nobody really paid her no mind until Boot Up. See?
LMA,
Until
okay.
Boot
Oh,
Up
yeah,
came
yeah.
up.
you know the song though.
Right, you know the song.
but the song
right.
ain't going nowhere.
That
It's a-
song-
it's a-
that
it's a
song-
hit.
it already went
That
it-
joint
it's
that
going
joint was a
somewhere.
banger. I
And-
ain't
No,
gonna
I'm saying
front.
it's a hit. It's a hit. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a like.
But
it's gonna
she,
stick
she
around.
did her some hard work. Nobody really
Absolutely.
knew her. She just sang on Instagram until she got where she at now. And Cardi B took the different route, like you were saying. But still, I think that longevity in LMA and her hard work is gonna go notice for people like you who is thinking like that. Now we have these people who is focused on the social media, who's outpowering people like us in our generation we was talking about earlier, that is not on that wave. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just gonna go for that popularity of that Cardi B because that's what they was raised in. So like that I get what you're saying, but in this day and age, that doesn't count.
Yeah, everything
Like,
is totally different now, bro. Like,
I
I
beg to
know
differ.
it's like a hard thing to accept,
Yeah,
but it's
like,
different.
it
is.
It's
I beg
But
to
like,
differ.
I
because
feel like
we
I've heard-
different though. Me and you is different. Like we
I beg to differ.
Like she said, we come from a different era. Like we look at everything different than everybody else nowadays.
But even outside of that, think about.
Authenticity doesn't leave.
But all right, I feel like it depends on the situation because Bodak Yellow, for a lot of people, is not like all right. Back that ass up, Juvenile, taking over for the 99 and the 2000. That was popping for us as a child. It disappeared and it's back now because it's nostalgic. It gets to come back because when you play it, you're like, oh, so now the new generation knows it because
and then
we
people like
making it
Drake
hot. We the
brought
DJs
it back,
now.
and now they know.
Yeah,
like,
it comes back around, but that's not to say that in 10 to 15 years, Bodak Yellow, which is Cardi B, is not going to be that same song. Because it could very easily be.
may
When you
be.
hear that, dun, dun,
No.
dun, like,
you just never
It
know
may be.
nowadays.
You gonna
It may-
snap.
Yeah.
but
maybe.
that's not. It's not to say that
What about like
24 karat magic won't have the same feel because it's nostalgic. But we know that as being we feel like that's going to be that Bruno Mars album is going to be our what do you call it? Like our funk
Our old
music.
school, yeah.
our
That's our
When
old
we
105
get
Our
older,
old
that's
school.
gonna be the joint we play.
That's our old school,
You don't
yeah.
know nothing about that,
Yeah.
but our old heads, when they listen to it, they like it. But if you go to people who like funk music back in the day, people who like George Clinton and Boosie Collins,
Yeah.
whatever his
Yeah.
name is, they don't like him.
right?
They feel like he ain't nothing but a thief. They can't stand him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They can't. So it's the same thing.
Okay.
Like it depends on the person and how the effect that it had at the
On
time.
that person.
And at the time, the only when Cardi B came out, when she got hot 2-3 years ago with Bodak Yellow and all of that stuff, the only person that was around was Nicki Minaj. She was the only female rapper that was popping.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Cardi B come and I feel like we look at Nicki Minaj as the queen because for us that's who she was. It's not even. That's who she was. She was our Little Kim. She was the only female rapper out that had any high end endorsement. She had the Louis Vuitton endorsement.
That's because of the lyrics got her all the way there.
It's her image. Her
image too. Cardi B,
but
Nicki Minaj had her ass out since the jump.
Her image is number one.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. She had her ass out, but she definitely had lyrics that made us pay attention.
That added to her image. That added to her image. Just because you look good, and
but she also had people behind her too.
She had Lil Wayne.
She come on. She had Fendi first. She had Fendi first. Then she had Lil Wayne.
That's all because of lyrics, though.
But we still have Remy Ma who got lyrics, but don't have that same image as Nicki Minaj, and it's still not all the way on Nicki Minaj's level.
It's not.
And
It will
never
be.
Way before.
It will never be.
And
she didn't compromise herself. She hasn't compromised herself.
I beg to differ.
In what way?
It takes time. Remy
just got.
It
don't take no time because
Remy was just booked.
She was booked.
That's her fault.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, like
she's not gonna have a popping. She's not gonna be popping no more.
And I feel like
she'll have a song
I feel like Remy definitely has. She has her. She got whatever.
She got her bangers.
And you hear her
she got
on
her
the throwback.
She got her bangers
already. She around on a
she around,
basis.
Exactly.
but
She the same. She's.
It's not her time.
Just
it's not her time no more.
Fat Joe.
Like her time, it was over now.
She just had a hit like a couple years back.
She's gonna have hits.
They both did. They're still hits, but they're not.
Her time is not now. Her time is Cardi B and Nicki Minaj right now. Like
back-to-back hits.
Right now it's Cardi B.
It's Cardi B.
Really Nicki.
It's Cardi B.
I feel like
Nicki had her time too.
Nicki had her time.
I feel like it's Cardi B because Cardi B's doing the image of like where it's cool to do the crazy shit.
I feel like she's doing the image of being herself.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just the new wave now. You just gotta accept it. That's just the new wave.
And she got on from being herself. Why do you think she got on?
And Nicki Minaj got on from being herself. It just was a different wave of them being themselves.
Absolutely. It's all like that. That's why when you have artists like Lil Kim on a song with Left Eye, who's on, and Angie Martinez was on it at the time. Missy Elliott, they're all completely different. They were all being themselves. They were just popular.
I think you could say she's being herself, but I think she's being extra. She's feeding that. Like when she does that, whatever she does,
I feel like she's
extra.
being a
She's
New
not
York
being
girl.
her.
I feel like she's being her.
She's being a New York girl.
You really think that?
I do.
I don't. Because at some point you elevate.
I always like
Jay don't do the same big pimping songs.
I
just feel like that because
you see what I'm saying?
Cardi, calm down.
She's about to be a
everybody
mother.
seen
She
Cardi
can't
B. She always been the same way.
Well, she is.
Like nothing
yeah,
ever changed.
Yeah, it never changed.
Nothing ever changed.
But
about
not
it.
only that, but if you look at her now, she's toned down.
She did.
She's going back. She's doing the opposite of what you think she's doing.
Now she don't have to do as much no more. She don't have to do as much.
She's known
She already solidified. She
She's toned down. It ain't even that she has to. She's getting older. She's a wife and a mom. She's different now than she was. Back then, she was. You forgetting too. She's only 24.
She's definitely young.
She's young. All that they're doing that. That was the Kardashian. Kris Jenner does that. She's been doing it since before Cardi did it.
Yeah, but I just feel like
you're looking at a generational difference. It's the same as 6ix9ine. He's doing. People can say he's doing it for the fame, but that shit is that all of that color, that Skittles hair, that's still his hair. That's him.
I mean, 6ix9ine. See,
you create the person
so
you are.
I can't say the hair thing, but I say everything they say he's doing with the trolling. I think everybody's been doing it long before he came, but it's the internet
that's making him popular.
It's what he's doing that's getting
it.
No,
everybody been doing it, but the stuff he's doing is getting noticed.
Because there's the internet now.
All he want to do is start beef with everybody.
Everybody been doing that.
That's what go back to the point where everybody want to see negativity. He's doing negative stuff. Everybody gonna want to see it.
But I mean, everybody's been doing it.
Everybody been doing it.
I don't even
think
it's just negativity. I don't even think it's just negativity because in my mind, when he does that, everybody trolls.
The kid's brilliant.
Everybody.
He's brilliant.
Bro, everybody been trolling.
He understands.
But he trolls on the internet.
He know what he doing.
It's all the same thing.
It's all the same.
When we was young boys, we just call it
But
busting.
him in himself is comfortable with doing that. It's a part of him being him. Like you wouldn't do that because you're not comfortable.
We would. We do that. We still. I think we do it. We just don't do it on the internet. No, down here. Or I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Everybody got dreads. I did not do the dreads wave.
Right.
I just said I'm gonna stay with the low fade. That's me. Now that fade, now up here, mostly everybody got fades. You see what I'm saying? Down south, when Lil Wayne did the dreads, everybody.
Yeah, that goes in, I feel like that's
can't say the down
that's
hair-
something that's more trendy. But
The same thing with the dye hair. It's just trendy.
But nah.
But ain't
nah,
nobody following that
because the
trend.
Yeah,
What trend? The dyeing hair?
you got to be that person
I
to
didn't
do
see
it.
nobody
like-
else really do it, but
Dyeing hair?
I don't
They
know.
all doing it.
The blonde
No,
was a
it's-
trend.
they
The
all
one
doing it.
blonde was a
With
trend.
Wiz Khalifa trend.
No, they
That
all
was a
doing
trend.
it. All
No,
these
I
young
mean you
niggas
got
doing
Uzi
it.
Vert, but it's a certain type of artist that do it, but that's really them.
The young guys.
That
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert, he really
But you
really
got-
worshipped
you got-
Marilyn
you got-
Manson.
you gotta think about
Like,
these
I'm
people
not mad
are.
at them. That's just them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're being them. Cardi B, as wild and crazy as she is, she's being her. I got cousins that act like that.
Yeah.
I got cousins that are just as ghetto. I got an aunt.
I know people like that
who's
too, crazy.
who's like 50. She probably 53. She's like that.
Everybody different. You know, everybody act.
I mean,
Some people
she's the
happy
person
being out
They
there.
just
Like,
took that
some people
image
love it.
and put it on their talent or whatever they wanted to use it for.
But why
used
not
for-
Made it
just
she used
go.
to her
make the
advantage.
music?
She made the
Because
music
that's
too.
not what got
them
her
a part of
popping.
it, too.
She's allowed to make music now. Like it's she's making money off of
But
it now
she
because
probably-
got hot.
She
That's
probably
what-
made music,
Personality.
but they ain't get noticed
If
because
she,
she
That's
wasn't
what
noticed
makes
if
people
she
yet.
question
didn't
her
put
now.
herself out on social media,
She would've-
that's what makes you question.
No. Well, I'm not the one questioning her. Even in New York, they say she's not the hottest person in New York.
She ain't
And-
trying to be.
No. I'm saying they say she's not the hottest person in New York, but numbers don't lie. Cardi B is the hottest person in New York, but they won't say she's the hottest because her music didn't get her there. Her image got her there.
That
You get what
depends-
I'm saying?
that depends what you're
That's
looking
a
for.
fact.
And that depends
that's
on
the
who-
conversation.
That depends on who
who
you're talking
looking
to.
at.
No, that's the
They said that about-
conversation.
They said that about Cardi, about
Hottest
Nicki
could,
too.
hottest could be lyricism,
Huh?
and hottest could be numbers.
But-
It
but-
They
depends.
who?
said that about Nicki too.
Nicki and who?
No,
Who they compare it to?
It's not a comparison. You just said they'll say that she's not hot because she got on from
no,
a
not
different way.
not hot. She's not the hottest. Cardi B is the hottest with numbers wise.
Right.
But they won't give
They
it to
won't
her
give
because
it
of
to her.
quality of music.
That was the same thing they used to say about Nicki
But what-
until Nicki got on to Monsters and Roman Revenge.
Yeah, that's fact.
They said the same thing about Nicki.
That's when they're saying she could keep up with all the dudes.
Yeah.
When she started staying with Jay-Z and
but,
Kanye.
but that's a different
Yeah.
thing, though. I think, you know why I
That's
said
the
it's
same thing
different?
you
No, it's a
said.
different thing because that's a female in a male-dominated industry.
And
You
this
can't
is
compare
rap.
that the same thing. No, you can't compare that the same
You
thing.
just said.
can't-
Wait.
no.
So what are
Cardi
you
B,
saying? What are you saying?
Nicki was an image. Nicki had to prove herself lyrically amongst men.
She used the image too.
But
though.
she was already on by then. How do you get to Jay-Z
Yo.
and Kanye West if
She
you
was,
haven't
she was
already
working.
got
No.
She was
to a
working
certain
with
point?
Gucci before she was even popping. Period.
No. She was working with Gucci. She was working with Gucci because she was using Gucci's manager. I'm just saying, Nicki's been hotter than niggas for a while,
Yeah.
That's true.
but they never said she was hotter than niggas until Monster.
Right.
That's not right.
Because that was the first time she got on a song with.
With
One of the
Jay,
hottest-
That's
one of the
when
hottest
she
ever.
proved
but she's
herself.
been hot. No, but we're gonna say that because now she's at the bar and she's had the hottest verse on the song.
Right.
But she been having hotter verses than niggas. You see what I
and,
mean?
and that's true. That's true. But they still consider
sexist.
the
That's
same
not-
thing.
the
The
same
same
thing as Cardi
thing you
B.
saying with Cardi about her. Her numbers are saying that she's hot.
Yeah.
But the streets wasn't saying that Nicki was hot. It's the same thing. They wasn't saying that the same way how you saying they wasn't saying that Cardi's hot. Back in the day when Nicki had I Get Crazy and it was topping the charts with Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
they still wasn't giving her props.
'Cause that's
it
a
wasn't
female.
until what exactly are you saying about Cardi?
I'm saying with Cardi, she does like Nicki. We're not questioning Nicki's image. We're questioning her pen. That's
Right.
the quality of the work that she's doing. That's what
But
I said
you
in the
just
beginning.
said-
Cardi, we're questioning her image. Is she doing this shit?
So
So
where is you're questioning her? Where is it?
I'm questioning.
My
her
disconnect
music
in the
isn't
question.
hot. Her music isn't that hot.
Her music is hot.
Hold
though.
on,
Her
no,
lyrics, she might not
no.
be the best lyricist,
Hear me out.
but her music
No,
is hot.
Hear me out. Her music wasn't that hot to get on, but once she got famous, her music blew up.
That's why she
So-
doesn't only do music. To answer your question,
I agree with you, but then we can't sit here and say her music is hotter than someone just because her numbers are hotter, her numbers are bigger than someone that lyrically had to get her only
I think-
recognition when she had to be better than the greats.
wording. I think the wording is. I think your wording is what was throwing me off.
That's why-
Because when you say hotter, Cardi B is hotter than a lot of niggas.
It depends when you talk
to put out better music, she might not be putting out better music than some niggas.
You got people
but
who
she's
look
hotter
at,
than a lot of niggas.
You got people who look at being
I'm about to
hot
make my point.
as lyrical, and you got people who look at high as numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It depends
my
who you're talking
disconnect
to.
was.
It depends who you're
That
talking
was
to.
never
That's
our
where my
wave.
disconnect
Our
was.
wave was only. I don't base my all right,
I base mine off lyricism.
hear me out.
Yeah.
Dom say he bases on lyricism, right? Coming up, I never based my opinion on everybody else's opinion.
Right.
Nowadays, everybody's opinion is based on everybody else's opinion. That's the wave that I'm telling you. What I said earlier, I think is going to brush off. Your opinion is going to be authenticity is going to come back. Like I'm not going to say
Authenticity
I'm
hasn't
not gonna
gone
say-
anywhere.
It has because you can't tell me.
That's why you have J. Cole so hot. That's why you got
J.
Kendrick
Cole.
Lamar so
It
No,
hot.
they
has
hot. They hot, but they ain't hotter than
not.
Drake.
Drake is not Drake. They hot
My point
though.
made. Point made. They hot, but they're not hotter than Drake.
That's-
Drake is hot because everybody else says
Because
he's hot.
they different.
No,
though. They
no,
different.
He's hot.
no.
He's hot, but
No,
everybody says
That's,
hot.
but that's your definition
Wait,
of hot.
wait. You
that
think
depends on your definition of hot.
you think Drake hotter than J. Cole lyrically?
Drake is more
Yes.
successful.
You tripping if you think Drake hotter than
is
J.
more
Cole
Look,
lyrically.
successful.
I
There's
think
no way Drake is better than J. Cole lyrically. Bro.
I was about
I
to
think
say
so.
Drake is more successful.
He's more successful,
than
but lyrically,
Kendrick
it's
and-
my
and-
personal opinion, but
Yeah, but that's personal opinion. You got to go off of society and everything.
no, you
Drake
don't.
is
That's the
100%.
That's the wave. You see what I'm saying?
But
the
see,
wave
this is the conversation
you
that we're
can't do
talking
that.
about.
This is just
Social
society
media.
today, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's just society today. This is the world we live in. So of
But
course, social media.
That's
is
not
gonna
society.
Be a
That's a
part of
wave.
it. It's not.
That's
a
not gonna
wave.
last.
It's a
Yes,
society
it always
today.
does.
That's not going to last.
It always
That's
does.
the internet.
It's not authentic.
So you don't
You
think-
can't tell me your opinion. You can't sit here and tell me your opinion is going to be valid to me when it's not your opinion. You're basing your opinion off of everybody's opinion.
So you don't
That's
think
not your
Google-
opinion
You don't
anymore.
think
But the
Google
difference
is the
is-
society we live in today?
Huh?
You don't think Google is the society we live in today?
We live in Google, yeah.
Right.
We live in
So
Google.
we live in the
But-
media and
but I'm not
and
basing my
Instagram and
facts
everything
off of
else of
Google.
that.
But that's
doing
in
research.
opinion.
Most people do,
No,
though.
you're
But
not
that
basing
doesn't-
facts. Period. You're talking about your opinion.
Right,
The
right,
facts
right.
are the numbers that social.
That
the
doesn't make a
social
person
world.
hot, though. Dom
That
just said
doesn't-
it.
But it does because
doesn't.
yes, it does. If,
To
all right,
you,
all right, all
it
right.
does.
No, listen.
To you.
Listen to what I'm about to
Am
say.
I right, Dom? You just
Out of
said it.
the four of us, right? The four
made
of
a
us.
point.
The
Yeah.
four of us,
Okay.
right? There's a song out, right?
Yeah.
I hate the song.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's not lyrical.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's trash. It's not
song
mixed
is it?
right.
What song
I
is
don't
it?
like it. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Period. A song.
Okay.
A song. And then, but the three of y'all love it. Just because my opinion is telling me that it's not hot does not mean obviously it's the hotter song. It's just I'm the person who doesn't like
Right.
it.
No.
You know what I mean? So if
That's perspective.
if you
what you're
have
saying. That's
No.
perspective.
No,
Because
numbers is numbers. They don't lie.
It's not hot to you, but you just say we think it's hot. Don't say it is hot because they said it's hot now.
Numbers don't lie.
I just think it's
If three people like
if
something
it's
and one
on the
person
charts, she's saying it's hot, but she don't like it. You thinking of it as real, more literally.
Right, like 6ix9ine, all his stuff be on the charts. I don't like none of them,
don't exactly.
but his debut on the charts. So
But
they
it
is hot.
gets on the track.
So
So
who-
it's on the charts because somebody's listening
Somebody
to
liking
a whole
it.
lot of
Somebody-
motherfuckers.
he
listening.
somebody
getting
love
them
it.
listens, he getting them views, he
But
getting them.
Personally, I don't
them
like
numbers.
it. You know what I mean? I get what you. I don't like it. Like, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
I just, if it's look like that, then the person with the highest numbers is the hottest person. Never worked like that.
It depends
It
how you
never
looking
worked
at it.
like
See,
that?
me,
Never worked like
you
that.
said,
They the people with the most money. They the people with the biggest influence.
They are.
So
But that's all what you want in a
that
rapper, though.
wave
What do you
is
want?
not
It's
going to
like, what do you
last because I
want,
just
It
feel like
always has.
it's not authentic.
It's always outworked everything.
How you figure?
How I figure.
Give me
It's been-
give me a real example in the past though.
an example in the past.
Yeah.
Master P.
Master
Silk
P.
Shaka. A lot of people didn't like their stuff. They didn't rap in the pocket. Their metaphors were super simple.
They were trash.
to
Silk-
you.
Silk the Shocker. was
They
kinda-
created a whole era.
But they was popping though.
Facts.
They was popping. They
and
created.
it's a lot of people who that's nostalgic to them. When they hear that, they start snapping. They love that shit.
Right.
That's why Master P is who he is today.
Yeah.
It's a lot of motherfuckers who don't feel like Missy Elliott. They, lyrically,
I think that
Missy Elliott is trash
I
to a
think-
lot of people. I love her, but ultimately, it's a lot of people that will argue you that.
There's validity in that. There's validity in that. But I think Master P wasn't liked until a certain point. Same thing as 6ix9ine is going to be. I don't think he's going to be felt until a certain point. Just same thing with Cardi B. I don't think she's not going to be felt until a certain point. The point is now like where people are saying
You mean the same thing with Nicki? Because a lot of people aren't feeling her anymore.
They're not
And
feel-
Kanye
they-
West.
they said she went
and
pop.
He's
they said she
Kanye
went
West
pop.
is Kanye West. He got 21 Grammys. You can say what you want. You know what I mean? But a lot of people ain't feeling them no more. That's
Right.
the same thing.
It's the same thing in a sense, but I just felt like it never been cool. I'm taking it back to like the cool.
Look at hip hop.
Cool. I look at the word cool as only just being you.
That's
It's
just
never
how it
been
works.
cool to
I
t-
feel like it's
you-
just this. I understand what you're saying, but I just feel like that's just how it works. That's just how
They
the
just go with
society
the
is
wave.
going.
They go with the. So you go
Like
with
I just
what
feel like I
society
don't think,
does.
but
I
I don't
feel
think
like
it's
you
a
You
wave.
can't do that. Dom said he just don't got an Instagram.
I don't think it's a
Right?
wave.
He doesn't have to have an Instagram.
Because he know he doesn't have right. It's his choice.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Does not make him not
it
cool.
all boils down to who
It
you are,
doesn't.
man.
Yeah.
Some people
It
just
doesn't.
be like, all right, I'll go with society say. Some people don't. I mean, it all depends who you are.
But it's not even going
but
what
that's not
society
cool.
says. It's
That-
what's
that's the
hot
point I'm
to
trying-
you. And if you're all
that's
right,
cool?
it's what's
That's how I
hot
look
to
at
you,
it.
right?
Is it cool though? That's the
Is it
question.
cool? It's cool to that person. And if it's cool to a whole lot of people, that's what makes that thing hot.
But am I quite?
So what's your gear on cool?
No.
'Cause
What's
to-
my definition of cool is just being you.
Right.
You can't tell me if you're being you based on other people. That's cool. To me, you can poke holes in
Back
it.
to Cardi B. Cardi B was being her, right?
Yeah.
And a
They
lot of
just
people adapted
took
towards
that-
her.
They just took that and just like, wow, I act like that too.
They
now
like that.
now that is being more seen.
That's
like
cool.
it's being more noticed, right?
That's cool.
Right. But you saying now
Her
that
music.
she's using what she's known for, what's herself, you saying that she's not using it in the right way.
No, I ain't saying she was not using the right way. I said, that's cool. Cardi B being ratchet. That's her. She's from the Bronx. That's cool. That's her. But
she just
you're not
happened
gonna
to use
tell
hers
me.
to make money.
You're not gonna tell me her music is extremely hot because she's ratchet from the Bronx. No, hot music is hot music.
Definition of hot.
No, I'm just saying hot music. Like she's not lyrical. She's not
So
lyrical.
you're saying her
So
music
clearly
is
she's
not
not
lyrical.
lyrical.
Wait.
No,
I gotta get an understanding.
we gonna take
here.
it.
What do you look at as being hot?
Yeah.
Like, what is it like? What goes into your category of being hot?
I look at what's being hot is the same thing as what's
So
always been hot.
lyricism. What else?
Authentic.
Being authentic.
Being authentic. Like even if you're not the most lyrical guy, but what you're saying is real stuff.
And you saying is
It makes
the
sense.
numbers is what make you hot. They both true. I mean, they both true. It's all. I mean,
It's
they
just
both y'all
preferable.
opinion.
No,
People
they're not true.
prefer.
No, they're not true. You know why I said it's not true? She said the numbers will make you hot. And I said, if the numbers is what make you
No, I
hot,
feel like the numbers confirm
The number
that you hot.
I feel like they do.
the
Like
numbers,
6ix9ine wouldn't be who he is
But
if
you
them
gonna get
numbers
paid
weren't on the charts.
more.
Like
the numbers confirm
At
you
the end
when
of
you
the day,
hot.
too.
When it's your
It's always-
opinion.
it's always what you prefer.
When it is, no, when it's your opinion. You can't say the numbers make you hot. Like if you don't feel 6ix9ine, you can't say the numbers make him hot when you don't feel him.
I can say he popping though. I can say he popping.
You
My
can-
man.
you can
That's just-
easily
that's
say
the
Now
he's
you
same-
can
hot.
say
that's
he's
the same
popping.
thing as hot, though.
You can say he popping, but you can't say you can't say he's hot because you don't feel him.
you right.
But
So-
You don't
I
feel
can
him.
say he hot. If
I'm breaking this
No,
shit
no,
down.
no. I
I'm
see what
breaking
you're
it
saying.
down.
His hot is more of just rapping lyrical.
You don't feel him. How you gonna say he hot?
Not he.
But he's a trapper.
Huh?
Trap music is not based off of lyricism.
No, I don't even consider him trap music, but I
I see
consider
what
him
you're
drum
saying.
music,
You don't,
Chicago music.
No, you don't want to use the word hot. You
He's
want
not
to
hot.
you want to use the word popping. That's what
He's
you want.
popping, but
that's
he's
what
not
you want
hot.
to say.
Cardi B
Okay.
popping,
I
she's
can
not hot.
get
You
that.
see now?
I'll give you that.
He considered lyricism
Because
as
it's
being
authentic.
hot.
We're talking
I
about
agree with that.
Yeah,
being
hot
authentic.
is lyricism.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But he
in that
popping. The
aspect.
numbers make you popping. The numbers
In
make you
that
popping.
aspect,
Popping,
but
that's what I'm
if-
saying.
numbers make you
yeah.
Because we can always make something hot. We can
Yeah.
make something hot, but it don't mean it naturally was hot.
But
Like-
you can think it's hot.
I'll give you a perfect example. If you spin a record around the world a million times and we keep hearing it, we think it's hot. But that record might not be hot. It's just getting so much spins that it's not. But we just think it's hot
Just
because we hear it all
like
day.
they say about Future and the Migos. Like they was like that song was popping. I didn't understand a word he was saying, but that was like that
Right.
was my song.
Right, and
Like,
I can give you that.
It wasn't hot
That's-
as you would
that's
say.
what
I
but
can
it
give
was
you that
popping.
100%.
That's what
but
I mean when I say the wave is
But
crazy
see, that's
nowadays.
after you break down your definition of hot.
Yeah, but-
because the fact of the matter is Cardi B,
She's popping.
she's
She
what's
popping.
on fire right now. If you want to use a term
I
for hot,
agree.
popping, whatever.
But it won't last because real music,
That's just
real.
your opinion.
But
no,
who's to
she's
say-
gonna be.
Yeah, I
Wait,
agree. Who
her
to say?
no, her
Who to say?
popularity is gonna last because it's real.
See,
It's hot.
I'm
Her
never. I don't feel like we're
popularity-
ever gonna agree. I feel like
Yeah.
we're gonna have to agree to
I
different.
just think
to
that
disagree.
we should.
Yeah, I agree.
celebrate-
I
agree with that
celebrate
statement.
Facts.
this little
I
thing
agree with
right
that
here.
statement.
Yeah. I definitely think
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
have to
yeah.
agree to disagree
Yeah,
because
because-
I understand what
Facts.
you're saying 100%.
That's facts.
But what I feel like is the difference.
Y'all got two
is-
different point of views.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
completely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. And that's what we're here
Yeah,
for.
that's all
Just to
it is.
showcase
That's
your
exactly
opinion.
what the show is
It's
about.
what's your opinion? So
Yeah.
you got
Facts.
it.
Yeah, because
That's
I don't think I
Facts.
definitely I don't
Right.
think we're gonna because I totally understand what you're saying.
all it is perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Absolutely.
So just to
So-
like calm it down a little bit.
Wait, I got one more question because
Okay.
I feel like this is an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
My question to you is, being as though everything is based off of opinion, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying, right? It's all speculation and opinion, right?
Right. But
So
authenticity.
how do you
know?
confirm what is actually hot if your opinion can be different than his opinion and can be different than her opinion about a song?
You have no
How do
choice.
you confirm what's actually
No.
hot?
No,
I see where you're going with this.
your opinion is your opinion. So, like, I can't take his opinion and take. There's truth in his. If it's his opinion, there's truth in it. That's where the authenticity comes. So, if Don might say, "Yo, I like the way Cardi B, she do her ad libs." That's the truth in his opinion. I can't argue with that. That's real. All right. I might say I like something else about it. That's my opinion. So I can't say it's not hot. It's hot. But if he says, well, I like it because what you like, I could check that and say, that don't make no sense.
But
What is it that she likes
but
that you
that
like?
doesn't matter when the numbers come into play. Because when you got the numbers and them numbers is building, it doesn't matter what you say and what you think is hot and what you won't cancel out because you don't think it's hot.
The proof is in the numbers,
The
bro.
proof is in the numbers. Just like how you do
the
them
proof-
census every year
the
and they
proof is-
say
the proof is in
how
the-
many people in this world,
No.
and then it say if you don't do yours,
The proof is
you
in the
just
numbers.
not in them numbers. But they think it's 1 billion, 2 billion people in this world, but we just gotta go by the numbers. 'Cause
All right,
who gonna
I'm-
sit down and count
I'm-
every
I'm
single?
going to make a valid point
thing on
here.
me?
When you do that, you become watered down. If you're saying to me that the proof is in the numbers, right? You have a core base and you're not keeping it real to that base, and eventually you just do whatever, and you're hot. The numbers say that. Eventually you're going to be Nicki. People are going to say, man, you're not what you used to be. I don't even really feel you like that. Like, she not like,
But see-
because you're losing your base. The authenticity
So,
that
but
made you,
now-
what? The authenticity that made you hot.
But now you're contradicting your argument with Cardi B and her social media platform.
No,
Because the social media is what made her hot. So why would she divert from that?
No, she-
Because you just said you have
She
to stay
shouldn't.
true to your core.
She shouldn't, but it won't make her music last. That's why I said her music might not last.
It's already lasted.
It did enough to make a mark. To
It made a
where,
mark.
And when they come up, and everybody
She's already beat out. She got records that
she
Nicki don't
already
have.
satisfied.
I agree.
Just like Nicki beat out Aretha Franklin.
I agree.
Cardi came and beat out Nicki.
I agree, but I feel like there's going to be a million Cardis because of Cardi isn't really
I
just.
feel like it's
gonna be a million of
been
them.
a million more Nickis than
Huh?
Cardis.
Oh yeah, it's of course a million
Charlie
people.
Baltimore, for example.
Foxy Brown, like
Foxy
it was.
Brown.
Nicki ain't
Oh, no.
nothing but a remake of Kim.
Facts.
Who
Oh,
is
Kim.
who did Cardi
Facts.
remake for her to not be authentic?
There
Because
wasn't.
Nicki's
there
image
wasn't
is a
her
lot
wave
less
though.
authentic. This is what I'm saying.
It wasn't her
Nicki
wave.
followed the Little Kim wave.
Facts.
Everything that Little Kim
The
did,
sex appeal.
Nicki did.
That's
Sex
where.
appeal. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So you
I
agree
with
that that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Okay, so we already know that Nicki's phase is going to leave because Little Kim's left. It's proof in it. Now,
Yeah, but
if
her
Cardi,
music won't
if you don't know that,
She's really lyrical.
But
That's her
Little
music.
Kim, but Little Kim
Not all the
music
time,
is really
Huh?
Little Kim
Nicki has some
music
trash stuff.
is still
She
alive.
had
Because
she
went
had a
pop.
fall off
Because
point.
she went pop.
But Little
You know what I
Kim,
mean?
Little
Yeah.
Kim music is still alive, and our moms probably thought that, or our moms' moms probably thought that Little Kim was trash, just like our
Facts.
moms probably think Little Nicki was trash.
I agree
and that
with that.
wave just went away, and now it's just.
But Cardi
B
is a
time.
Cardi is a horse of a whole nother color.
I think Cardi gonna
She came
stay.
out as her own person. So how do you know for sure
No.
that her wave is going to die?
No, her wave isn't going to die because she just opened the door. I think her wave of being you.
I feel like she's the blueprint
No, yeah, she is
for
the.
her style.
Yeah.
Just like Little Kim was the blueprint for her style.
you-
Now you have a Nicki
Alright,
coming,
I'll
and
make
then
a-
you're going to have someone else coming that follows Nicki's footsteps.
I'll make it a perfect example for you, right? Who was the last?
You always say that.
Who was the last real funny person that you heard of?
Last real funny
you mean?
person.
Real funny that
Like
made
real-
you laugh.
Who?
I'm not
Kevin
ta-
Hart?
That's the person you're gonna say. I
You
mean,
talking about
You talking about
comedy?
now?
the last
Real funny?
I'm talking about
I'm
you.
going to say DC Young Fly.
He the last.
He's the most recent that I can think of.
I'm talking about not recent. I'm talking about the last
Oh.
one that made you stand-up comedian that made you laugh. Like you like, yo, this
Before
is
this
funny.
new era came in.
Before the social media dudes.
Okay.
I just want to hear y'all pop out some names. throw them out.
Oh, so you mean
How about
just
the one?
name
The
people?
one, the last one, just one.
The last one before social media
All right, I'll
is
help you out.
probably Kevin Hart to me.
I believe Kevin Hart was the social media era. We know.
I feel like he's using social media
Okay,
now.
but I'll say Dave Chappelle. Chappelle was the funny dude before he left the scene, and then Kevin Hart popped up.
You're right.
All right, Kevin Hart is we know Kevin Hart is social media.
Now I don't feel like that.
All right, he did stand up
because he was
but
before. He had Soul Plane was before all of this.
I agree. He did stand up, but was he funny? Was he more like you love Kevin Hart because of what social media? Like you know how like you see a joke on social media, they do that. No. Like they used him as the meme for social media, and he became the funniest guy in the world. But was he funny like Dave Chappelle, Martin, Chris Rock? Was he that funny?
I'm not gonna say he was.
I feel like Kevin Hart
funny in
funny.
that way.
I feel like he had a point where he was trying to be too funny, where he overdid it. But I think overall he a funny dude. I mean,
I think he was the person right before social media. It's just that he's still here and he's still popping, so he was
still
able
relevant.
to use social media
He used
and
to
step
his
up even
advantage.
higher.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like
He was like the last of the Mohicans, and then he just caught
Yeah,
the new
and
wave.
he
all you
said
think
he
last-
was
these
lucky.
guys- these
He
last
had
couple
good
years,
timing.
how many movies he had these last couple years?
facts.
Right.
But I feel like there's a fact that we know there's niggas that's funnier than him, and that he get paid more than everybody. Not to knock Kevin's hustle.
That's always been the case.
Not to knock his hustle.
That
but-
happens to everybody though.
Yeah, that's always
like
the case.
Martin had his time. Like
and Martin
Will
went
Smith
through
had
the
his
same
time.
thing.
They not. I wouldn't even say.
Everybody got their
Martin.
own time,
I wouldn't
though.
even say you can't compare what Kevin Hart make to Martin because, like, they probably wasn't even paying comics that type of money then. But I'm saying for the comedians that are out now that are funny, like let's say Michael Blackson, right? He's still out. He's still funny,
Right. But he's not all around funny.
He-
He's Michael Blackson is a hilarious guy. Don't get me wrong.
What's funny?
He's hilarious, but what's funny?
Funny to me, I believe funny is if the only way you're funny to me is if you're doing the original way it came up, stand up. You're funny at any given moment.
So you don't think DC Young Fly funny at all?
He funny. He stand up. He stand
But
up.
he came off social media.
But
though.
he stand up though. He can stand up and bust jokes right now.
Yeah, but see, comedy
Kevin
is not
Hart is-
based solely off of stand-up.
I agree, but I feel like when you talk about being, then we go back to the
You
same
said
parallel again.
You said the
We
last
go back to this-
funny person outside of social media
What was what I
was
said?
Kevin Hart,
No,
in
no,
our
I-
opinion.
No, your opinion was Kevin Hart. In my opinion, I said Dave Chappelle, right?
Right.
But Dave Chappelle left the scene. All right, but the point I was trying to make is
But go ahead.
social media is like overcompensating for what your raw talent is. You can just be funny and sell your comedy and make money from your comedy. But if you do anything else extra that you don't have to do that's not funny, but just remember what Dom just said, trying to be too funny. It's like, all right, you're selling the image, not just your what you can, you know what I mean, your product.
The image is always what's sold.
For Kevin
That's
Hart,
why products go to those images.
huh? You say again?
That's what endorsements are. That's what sponsorships are.
And then
The image is always
That's why when
what
something bad
sells.
happen, you lose some sponsors.
Then that's where that's why I made my statement earlier when I say people that do shit like hang on the rope and do extra shit, they do it because other people make money off of them.
But they're
They
making
wouldn't-
money off. Those brands go to
They
them.
both getting money.
They both getting money, but you can get money from just doing your regular shit.
Yeah, but who?
They
wants
probably
to-
do
You see what I'm
though. They
saying?
probably
But
do
see,
though.
You get my
never know.
point? You get
Yeah,
my
but
point?
see, he's not-
Why
he-
wouldn't you just do your regular shit and make your money instead of looking like
They
a
might be though.
fool?
They
But
might
you-
be.
To make
but
extra
I feel
money.
like you kind of stuck in like a older type of mentality.
Yeah,
It is the truth.
Because
It's
it's
the
like
truth.
that. You would say that just like how your mom would say, "Why would you get me a real plate? I don't want no plastic plate."
Yeah.
Because I'm from this era. We ate on real plates. I
Right.
don't want no plastic plate. I feel like that's how you saying it. Like, I came up, like Bernie Mac and them, and
Because
all
it's
them
funny.
came up, and they came up from hardcore work, like
Yeah.
without the help of, social media. I get what
Or
you're
bullshit.
saying.
I mean,
but
not even
I
social
feel
media,
like
bullshit.
you
Call
have
it
to
bullshit.
accept the
But
fact that social media is a thing, and then
It is a
Kevin
thing.
Hart was
Social media
in
is the
that
entertainment.
platform where he could use that. So I
Agreed.
can't say that
I'm not knocking it.
he not funny or that he didn't come up the same way as they did. They just didn't have the chance. They didn't have it back then.
Can we agree that I'm
That's
not
their
knocking it?
fault.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying.
No,
that
I
Sounds
know
other-
like, it sounds very
I'm
much
not-
like you're
no,
knocking.
Can we agree that I'm not
Sounds
knocking
like that's
it?
your
I'm just
whole
saying,
argument.
No, I'm not arguing that I'm knocking it. I'm just saying that other people make money from it, so they do it.
but they make money from it too.
That's why it's a business, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the whole.
It's the whole part of it. Yeah.
A contract. When you
So
sign
they
a contract,
yeah.
it's to secure both parts in the business.
It's like
whatever the
it's like
business
a partnership.
might be.
It's a partnership.
So the question I ask
So
is,
both got to make money off of it.
That's like saying when Nike went to Jordan. Nike was the only person that's making money off of it, and Jordan wasn't. He did it because he only needed to no, he didn't do it because they were gonna make money off of it. Why would you do anything because they're gonna make money off of it? He did it because he was gonna make money off of it.
Yeah.
It turned into something great.
Of course, other people gonna make money off of you.
Yeah,
He did.
because
It's
if you
a
don't
big part
own
of
the
the business.
platform, like that's like if we do this, you don't think when we put this YouTube video out, when we get to the point where we're making money, the people who put the YouTube videos, yes, they're making money from it. That's why they're putting it out. But we know they don't own YouTube, so YouTube is making the bulk of the money off of it.
I agree, but if YouTube says, yo,
so they're doing it because they're making money. It has nothing to do with the people that's making money over top of you. They're doing it because they're making money off of it.
I beg to differ, because think about it. Why would you do the extra
What are
stuff?
you going to do? What is the extra stuff? They're getting paid
Am I
for
right?
it. They're getting paid for it.
So
always beg to differ.
So put it like
It
this.
can make the,
if YouTube
most
said
sense
to
in
you,
the
if YouTube said to y'all, I want y'all to do this though. I want y'all to do this.
Right.
You have the option of just saying no, right?
Right.
And just make the money the way you're making it.
Right.
But just keep making good
Yeah.
episodes, right? Or you could just say shit. They talk about
It's-
that
but
bad.
If it's a good
compromise.
idea, why not
Hold on,
though?
Yeah, but that depends on the
Compromise.
That depends what it is.
Hold on.
the situation.
Yeah, it depends what it
No,
is.
it
Everybody
depends on the
ain't-
bag.
But everybody's not going to compromise themselves.
I agree, and that's why-
It depends on
It depends of him being a
Everybody's
barber.
different. That's
And
what
he
that's what it
said-
all come down to.
You're
That's why I
talking
said the
about two
question. That's
different
why I said,
people.
no, that's why I asked the
It's,
question. I
it's
just
based
wanted
on
to
who you
bring
are.
this
You know what I'm
conversation.
saying? It's based on who you are.
That's why-
yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
If you want the money, of course you're gonna go above and beyond to get that bag.
I think
If you be like, no,
right.
that ain't me. I ain't doing that. I'm just you
Right.
gonna do it. It
But-
depends what you want.
But I truly believe that, and I could be wrong. Y'all can tell me I'm wrong. I truly believe that the person that does that all that extra stuff for the bag, right? They really losing. Really, because the person that really does good work, their stuff, even if they don't make more money, they did less to make more money. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
Like-
you don't know that.
No. Remember when I said to you, I said, would you rather make the 100 or the 60?
Right.
The person that takes the 60, they know I didn't have to do all the goofy shit to make that
But
60.
that's just your dignity and your personality and
Yeah,
what you believe
it's all
in.
based on who
Because
you
agree.
are, man.
the person who somebody can only do the music, right?
Yeah.
You can only do the music, and while your music is the most amazing, while you might have the most diehard fans ever because you stayed true to your music
Yeah.
and things like that, you may have never been able to reach the level that you planned on reaching. You may have never even get the Grammy or whatever it is, whatever you set out to
Facts.
do in it. You might never make that, right? So, who's to say that just because the person decided to stay true to their music, that doesn't mean that they won't regret it in the end, because they didn't get the accolades. If I set out to stay true to my music and get the Grammy in the end, and I don't get the Grammy, yes, I stayed true to my music, but that don't mean I might not in the end feel like it was all for nothing. Like I never got the accolades I was supposed to get.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how you get motherfuckers like Keisha Cole. She put everything on the line and stayed true to herself. She still ain't got an award. I think she got her first award like last year or something like that. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
He
I
just
just
now
wanted
getting
to
his
say that.
first award like last year.
Well, I
And
mean,
he had a lot
well,
of bangers.
Wow.
in my mind,
With
mind,
numbers to prove
them
it.
words don't mean nothing.
But that's in your mind. But where
What do you
I'm
care about
getting
awards
at,
for? Like,
what I'm getting at is
does
how
it matter to you? You should if you know you made a. That's
But
what,
see,
that's
you-
what
you
Kanye.
fighting-
Look, that's
you-
what Kanye said. Kanye ran on the stage and said, "B had a better album, better song." That nigga wasn't lying. He said, "Yo,
He
now you
wasn't.
get his shit to this girl, and B
He
made the
wasn't.
better shit."
He
This nigga was
wasn't.
being real in the moment. He wanted to call everybody out like, "Yo,
He wasn't.
these niggas playing games out
But
here."
he
out here
apologized
with
later, didn't he?
Hold on, he did. But he said, "We out here making real good shit, and they gonna give it to her over politics." We ain't doing that. So in my mind, if you know you making good music,
Even still though, while B did have the best video, you can't say just like and you said yourself.
Yeah.
It's all opinion.
It is opinion.
You can't
Facts.
say that.
that girl didn't.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Because that song that was you could be the one.
I agree. I
that's
agree.
not you don't know how many middle American high school little white girls love that song.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, you know how many people really love that.
Yeah, plus
For
pop,
her to get
pop
that.
is bigger than our culture
Right.
anyway.
Yeah.
You said what?
All
What's
the
bigger?
time.
Pop.
is bigger.
Because we only,
It's bigger than our culture.
opinion only makes up 13 million Americans. It's 130 of us.
I
I
agree
mean,
also.
130 million of us.
Yeah.
America is way bigger than just what we think is hot.
I just
That's why Eminem is who he was.
I
Even
just-
though
We didn't listen to it, but he
happens to
his
be
whole
the
following.
all around. Yeah, you can't take nothing
you
from him
can't take
because
nothing
he
from
was lyrical. He
No.
could make a song. He was a good actor. He was everything that he set out to be. But it's a whole lot of rappers that were lyrical,
Yeah.
that could make a song, that could make a movie, but didn't get that opportunity because they weren't the color that they needed to be, and they
Facts.
weren't relatable to Middle America to get those numbers.
I
You get what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I'm saying I agree firmly because y'all thinking I'm against y'all.
No.
I'm just bringing it as a discussion, but the reason I'm saying that is because I feel like we come with the culture and then we get robbed and then it's cool.
Well, yeah, but that's a whole different argument.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I think we just gonna leave it at
That's
what we
why.
left it
That's
at
why I
before.
said. I said.
This
I said
is
we
a
do.
long interview.
We did some. We do some
we're
crazy
gonna
shit, and then we
keep
don't.
on agreeing to disagree at this point. Like we done worked the conversation back up, and we still had the same argument.
Right.
I agree with.
Like,
I'm sorry.
it was the
just
same
perspective. I'm just
argument.
bringing
But
up.
I just want to tone it down a little bit, and
Yeah.
we are just go. I just want like just to say
This
your
gonna be 2 parts.
what's your social
Posted.
what's your social media platform is, and which one do you prefer? Like which one would you prefer to be on? Just personally, you as you being you, which one would you personally just want to be on if you are on any at all?
I would say Instagram right now because any social media that I feel like the generation that I didn't expect to be on it gets on it, I'm off of it because it's like that's just it's weird now. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like because somebody I didn't think was like this is like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just-
Showcasing itself as a
right.
different person.
So like if Facebook was my thing back in the day, and then my grandma get on Facebook. It's like, all right, I'm off of this joint. Because grandma going to be checking me and say, I can't be me now. Because grandma
Right.
like, but grandma, I'm cool with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the same way. If my pop get a Snapchat, I'm off of that joint.
Right.
Because I don't want to see his snaps. I don't know. I
Daddy
don't want
with
him.
the grandpa
He ain't even know what he doing on that
selfies
phone.
from down the
Yeah.
bottom.
He
He all
gon-
chin.
right. Like, I don't want that. You know
Them
what
old
I'm saying?
head chin
The
photos.
real grainy
You know
screenshot.
what I'm
Yeah.
Like-
They ain't up on the newest phone.
right.
They just,
Like, if-
everything look like the old school.
Right.
Everything look like Obama phone at that point.
Right.
If I had a child and my child had Instagram, I'm off of that joint. I'm off of that joint. I don't want to see what
I
they
wouldn't get
posting.
off because now I'm the parent. Now
Right.
I'm looking out for them. They might get off, but now I'm the parent. If my child got an Instagram,
You following them?
if they let me, if not, I'm gonna be. I'm
Lurking.
gonna know what's on their
You
Instagram.
gonna
I'm
be
gonna be on
lurking?
No,
Instagram.
I'm gonna know what they're doing, but it's like
If
I
my
don't
baby's on
wanna,
Instagram, I'm gonna be.
I
on
don't want to
Instagram.
post something and be like, they just like my shit.
Oh no, yeah,
Look
you
at it.
changing.
Damn.
You changing
That's what I said.
what you posting. You
Yeah.
ain't off it.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
changing. You
know what I
definitely, definitely.
So that's the answer to that question.
I
What,
think.
what about you?
Well, I don't have
Yeah.
a social media.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But I think
You probably pick YouTube.
I love YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's considered social media, but you know, YouTube
To you, that's your
information.
TV.
That's my TV information.
Yeah.
But I think Instagram, Facebook, that's cool. You know, Facebook, keep in touch with your family.
Yeah.
Instagram, you promote yourself, do whatever you want to do on there. You know what I'm saying? Any business you got, you could be an entrepreneur on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's good for that reason. You know what I mean? But all the other shenanigans, that's why I stay away from it.
Yeah.
It's
I
YouTube.
agree. I agree with Instagram. I think I'm on Instagram more than anything, and I think I'll be on Instagram just to see the stuff that I'm interested in. That's the person, like personally, why I get on Instagram. Like I follow people or things that interest me or that's in the same interest that I'm interested in. Like, of course, I follow the Shade Room because, of course, who don't want no tea? Like sometimes just to see what's going on with the latest artists and stuff like that. Like, because everybody, especially we're from Philly, everybody bids on everything.
Yeah.
But I do follow that, for entertainment, and then I follow stuff that are people that inspire me to do things to go better, like and stuff like that. Like I was
Right.
into natural hair. Like I follow all natural hair pages and stuff like that, just for people to give me advice or things to look up to, just to see. I kind of use it as a type of YouTube because my YouTube is kind of the same way,
Yeah.
and follow people like for that reason. But that's just the one I be on the most.
Yeah, I used to also use Twitter, but it's like I didn't know how to use it.
I used
Like-
to use Twitter.
See, I never
too.
caught the Twitter wave.
Because the more simpler
I
it
used to be
is.
a heavy Twitter person.
Instagram, I
It
feel like
just-
it's simple.
It died out for me. Like my sophomore year of college, I just was like,
I would say personally, the social media platform that I got into the most in my lifetime was MySpace. But now,
Oh man.
yeah,
I
that
think
was
everybody
probably
MySpace
Remember
was
MySpace.
the
Before you
greatest
used
social network of all time. I
Right,
don't care what
yeah.
nobody
because
says.
that's what it started.
It started
I mean,
everything.
yeah, we had
You
Black
had the
Planet
music,
and
right?
stuff before that, but
Yeah, it started everything.
The page played music.
MySpace was
Music, you had the picture in the
That's how
background and all
that's
that.
That's why Nikki, like, even though we had the argument about her being hot or not, she's always gonna be my second, or she's gonna be, I feel like, the queen, which is what she's considering herself now, but she's always gonna be the queen of female rap to me, because when I was in college and her MySpace page, like, I literally, the 4 songs she had on her MySpace page were the 4 songs I would study to. Like, while I was studying, you know how you need background noise? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a person who plays music while I'm studying.
Me too.
You know what I mean? And when I think about college and think about sitting in the student halls and things,
Help you focus.
I was listening to, it was I Get Crazy, it was Itty Bitty
Yeah.
Piggy, it was
That
Beam
was-
Me Up Scotty, and
Yeah.
it was Dear Old Nikki. Those was the 4 tracks that
Yeah.
was on her MySpace page. And
They
that's what
was-
got me through it. So when
they
I
was
hear
the
those,
bangers.
even though they wasn't the hottest Nicki songs, they're the ones that get me hyped because it takes me back to
The moments.
that moment. Yeah. And that's why I feel like, you know,
MySpace.
Bodak Yellow is going to be that for new kids.
Right.
But MySpace is going to always be my number one.
Number one.
The same reason why Nicki is going to always be, you know,
My-
hold a
MySpace.
special place in my heart. She's
I
not going
don't
to be
even
number one
remember
because
MySpace
Little
like
Kim
that.
is number one to me.
Wow.
But
MySpace?
Nicki is definitely
Wow.
up there in
MySpace
them.
was all that. People used to
MySpace
argue.
was that crack,
They'd
man.
be like, yo, let me check my messages. Let me check my
As soon as you go home from school,
Yo.
yo, I gotta need to go to the computer first.
Right.
Yeah. And then that was when you first was able to really, like, even
What
Instagram
did
and
you do
Twitter
on
and things
MySpace?
like
What
that.
you could do? Message, be friend. You could
Message.
I mean,
change your
it
whole,
was all
change your
of it mixed
background,
into
put
one.
music on
You
your
change
page.
You could put
background, put
videos.
music.
Videos.
And that was
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I mean.
Anything.
Like MySpace was
That was
the first page.
that was
where
the
you
first
could-
anything.
Because it was everything mixed. It was Black Planet. It was what's
Ah, yeah,
now
it was Black
Facebook.
Planet.
Because Black Planet was the first social media where you could go into the coding and download the different
Yeah.
Change
background.
the coding. I remember that. I
Black
remember
Planet
that.
was the first one you could do that with.
Concentrate
MySpace
and copy and
incorporated
paste.
that.
for
They,
it to
they,
be
they used to have the
Right.
bulletin board, John, where everybody can comment on the bulletin board and all
Facts.
that.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Taking it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
used to be
MySpace
poppin',
was
bro.
the first. MySpace
poppin'.
had it all.
And then
Yeah.
Tom was your number one friend. He was everybody's first friend.
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Tom was the bull.
It,
Yeah,
MySpace
definitely.
was the truth, but the reason I fell away from it because it was the computer. The reason I love Instagram is the phone.
Well, yeah, because it's a different time. Back
Yeah.
then,
We
We
the
ain't had
phone
no
wasn't
phone.
the same.
Our phone was flip phones back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
flat
and you
on
had
there.
But I
you
was
couldn't
never
be
good
on the
with the
house phone
computer.
and on the computer at the same time.
But
back
that was
then.
the whole thing of it, is going home. Like, that's what made you have fun, like fighting your brother to get on the computer and all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
It was if you really pay attention to it, it was the first thing that taught you how to really log into something and have your own profile.
This is
Now you log into everything.
Yeah.
This is true.
Before it was
True.
just your email.
No, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like,
You know what I
I
mean?
definitely had it at school, but I don't remember. I don't even think we had a computer at the crib. So I would just go to like Zig or somebody else's house and play. But besides that, that's why it was so
MySpace was
crazy because it was
iconic,
war to
man.
get on that joint.
MySpace, yeah.
So I
MySpace
was-
I feel bad for the
MySpace
kids who
was-
didn't
Yo,
have
they
that
missed
era.
out, man. They missed
Yeah.
out on something that was great, yo. Like for real.
Like, but Instagram is popping now.
that's their
probably-
thing. That's their thing. They got
It's
it. You know
world.
what I mean?
That's the
They got
social
their
media
thing.
platform that I
Yeah.
have and that I'm most active on, even though I'm barely active on that. But it would be Instagram outside of my YouTube.
Yeah.
'Cause YouTube, like, I'm just like you.
YouTube
like,
is everything, yo. Like
I think
you
YouTube is
got
like
TV,
its own separate
comment.
kind of category.
I don't look at YouTube as a social media platform,
Yeah.
You
though.
don't?
Even though it's
But
considered
it
as
is.
one.
It's people who comment, you like,
That's
you
and
spend your time
that's the only
watching the
reason to do
videos.
it. But no, they got a new thing now where you can actually get friends on there too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, really?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
You can
notice
get friends
that.
now, yeah.
Maybe mine's not updated or something.
You know what?
I'm sure it is, but you probably ain't
Yeah,
see
you
it.
probably ain't see it.
But you
Yeah,
can
it's light
you can
work.
request friends on there now.
Yeah, from through your
So
you
now-
can do your email
Because
list.
now they can post just pictures and it'd be
But
like,
now,
watch my newest
but
video.
you see what Instagram is doing for everybody else. Like now, YouTube want to do something different. They want to make it like more of a social
Right.
platform. You can do
Yeah.
everything like you can talk to other people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can
Because
talk about-
I feel like they're doing that
Gotta
because
compete.
they know that YouTube is like you were saying before, is more personal. Like
Yeah.
Like social media, you're posting who you are.
Yeah.
So if you
It's
don't,
going out.
if you can't
that's why
interact with the people who are looking at
that's
you,
why I didn't consider it a social platform because it's all yourself. You to yourself.
That's why I do.
All, everything you watch is
social platform.
nobody can see it.
Nobody
Yeah,
can right.
but that's why I do consider it a social platform.
Different
to me.
views.
But you know,
Yeah.
I think MySpace, y'all love MySpace because it was personal. That's plain and simple.
Yeah,
MySpace
but that's
was
It was
everything.
yours.
MySpace was
That's
the,
every-
it
yeah,
was
but
just the
that's
beginning
everything.
of something special, bro. That
That
was
was
the
just the
beginning, yo.
newest thing. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, like what's this? Like
It
then,
gave you a reason to get a computer.
It did. And
Like-
nobody was on the computer for real
No,
until
nobody.
MySpace came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a-
unless you
that's
was
a
listening,
fact.
unless you was on LimeWire or
Yeah,
Dat
or
Piff or something
AOL.
like
It
that.
was that type of stuff.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't
was
even that
it.
Piff. That
Or
Piff
Napster.
wasn't even popping
Right.
like
No,
that.
it
It was
Napster.
popping.
It was
No,
LimeWire.
it was
LimeWire was
LimeWire
popping.
was
That Piff started
everything.
popping
It
like
was
09 something like
LimeWire.
that. But LimeWire was that.
LimeWire was
Yeah.
popping.
Get some
It's
viruses
getting
and all that.
I take y'all
Get
back.
all your viruses from that
I
joint.
take y'all back.
Yeah.
That's when Napster was like. I don't know if y'all remember when Napster.
Napster.
I remember
yeah.
Napster.
We was getting
LimeWire,
that free
Napster,
music.
they
You
was.
get
That
any
was-
free song you can get, you
Yeah,
can get. Hurry up,
right.
get on
They
and
was
get
all.
that joint.
And then LimeWire, and then it came out like basically anybody who get on LimeWire is getting fined.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right off
Everybody
that.
stayed up
Kill
for that.
everybody.
Copyright laws and
It got
stuff.
serious.
Yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh no, this ain't for us."
Cause niggas like Soulja Boy messed it up when he was getting all them views. He kept copying his songs into other links like Jay-Z songs and getting all these plays. They're like, what the hell is this bullshit? I don't wanna hear this.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I think this is an interesting
Yeah,
conversation.
we hit an
This
hour
is,
and
like,
45
real,
minutes.
real-
Oh, wow.
This is
44
real deep.
minutes.
This is
Classic.
real deep. This is like one of the ones that got real heated, like our first heated one. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all
so
perspective.
I think
Yeah,
y'all.
because it was so much.
I wanna
opinion.
say thank y'all for having us.
That's facts.
This is a wonderful platform y'all got right here.
It was a cool
And
discussion.
I'm looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, we trying. We
Same
trying.
here.
We trying.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
And we know y'all have
I appreciate
a
y'all for
Yeah.
being here.
absolutely, and we
and
know y'all got a
supporting.
film that is going into production soon. So
Yeah.
it'll be great when y'all are ready to promote and things like
Definitely
that.
give you the
and we get
information on that
popping.
when it's time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Everybody doing big things around me, and I'm
Trying.
happy about that.
Absolutely.
So I'm just supporting y'all, just like y'all support us.
We appreciate
So
you.
It's reciprocated. You already know.
yep.
Yeah, and I love the discussion, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
definitely
I
a good
love
discussion, and I love the fact that we can have a difference of opinion and it
Facts.
not
And
and it
it-
actually because that just to me that shows maturity.
Right.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
even
I
though
agree
this
with
is a
that.
completely different, topic or whatever the case may be, but like we can agree to
Yeah.
disagree.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what I
right.
mean?
It
While
shows
it took us a second to agree to
Yeah.
disagree, because I feel like me and him
It's
had to
supposed
kind
to,
of let
though.
it go.
It's
like,
supposed
yo,
to.
like you not getting it.
That's
That's
supposed
the
to.
whole point.
That's
you
the whole
know,
point.
it shows
you know?
maturity in the fact that we can understand each other's
Yeah.
point of view, at least to the point where, like I said, we can agree to disagree and not
Right.
walk off with any animosity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and honestly, like I took something away from that, what y'all was saying, like the numbers, and I took something away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's perspective. To me, I look at it like you need to look at the other person's perspective and understand it
Right.
also, because like your perspective is good, but another person's perspective is great when you're dealing with them. So
Yeah.
And I'm so happy you said that because that's like one of my goals for even having this show. For
Absolutely.
even me even starting this is for people to learn from other people's point of views.
Right.
So I'm so glad that you said that because I feel like now that I'm working and I'm working towards what I'm really wanting to do here.
Yeah.
So that made me feel good. I like that comment a lot.
Keep working. Keep working. You'll reach your goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let's
Well-
take it out.
That ends this episode. Y'all can like, comment, and we're still taking advice and some more topics. So just do what y'all do, and we'll see y'all next time. Thanks.
Hey. Oh wait, did y'all want to shout out your social media? Well, you don't have
Oh, yeah.
social media, but did you want to shout out your social media
you
platform?
go. My social media is It's All Love. You should usually see AMP underneath it, but It's All Love.
Hey. And I'm Noyae.
Yep.
Instagram is MAINE NOYAE.
And I'm Day, and mine is _beautiful day.
Hey, and we out.